Chapter 394. As expected of Summit Entertainment, the staff was professional. They didn't waste any time and asked the legal department to verify the terms of the contract. After ensuring that both parties had no objections, they signed the contract. The staff member stood up and shook Lin Yan's hand. "Miss Lin, welcome to Summit Entertainment. After you sign the contract, please don't announce it to the public. Summit Entertainment will contact your manager, Miss Zhao, to arrange your schedule and personnel." Lin Yan replied, "Okay. Thank you." The staff member said a few more words to Lin Yan and Zhao Hongling before he left the apartment. Zhao Hongling and Duo stared at the signed contract. This was the first time they had felt so real. They had really signed a contract with Summit Entertainment. Duo bit the back of her hand. "Oh my God. This isn't a dream. My ancestors are really lucky." After discussing the contract, Zhao Hongling's eyes trailed to Lin Yan. "Meeting One's Match is going to be released soon. Have you checked the schedule of the movie?" Lin Yan nodded. "I've heard about it." Zhao Hongling scrolled through the data and said, "You should know that the situation isn't looking good. The movie you starred in will be screened at midnight or early in the morning. Besides, there will only be one screening a day. In the past, there were several other movies that were screening at the same time as Meeting One's Match. All of them wanted to make way for this movie. However, now that they have reappeared, I think that this movie won't pose any threat to them. In other words, this movie will fail miserably." Zhao Hongling analyzed the situation. "It's because of the negative news online, right?" asked Lin Yan. Hearing this, Zhao Hongling nodded and said honestly, "Indeed, it has a lot to do with the whole internet boycotting this movie. Especially some famous film critics. They are very against this movie because of you, so they are boycotting it. The film schedule isn't a charity either. Because of the boycott, the movie will be screened at midnight to minimize the losses." Zhao Hongling eyed Lin Yan intently. "So you have to be mentally prepared." Lin Yan sighed after listening to Zhao Hongling's analysis. "I'm just an actress. My duty is to perform well. I can't do anything else. It's not my place to worry." "Good mentality." Zhao Hongling said, "However, you don't have to worry too much. Since you have a contract with Summit Entertainment and you have the ability, you still have a chance to turn the tables." Zhao Hongling had a rough idea of who was behind this. Other than Star Entertainment, Triumph Entertainment and Lin Shia had also put in a lot of effort. Their goal was to use this opportunity to silence Lin Yan from the entertainment industry. It might be possible to deal with artists from other companies, but Summit Entertainment wasn't powerful enough to ban artists from Summit Entertainment. Since Summit Entertainment had signed Lin Yan, they naturally wouldn't leave her to ruin their reputation. They would give her a chance to prove herself. Even if Meeting One's Match failed, as long as Lin Yan could maintain her composure and maintain her acting skills, she was confident that she would be able to build up her image with Summit Entertainment's resources. Mobile users, please browse and read. For a better reading experience, please visit IAI. Chapter 395. Duo had been with Lin Yan during the filming of the movie, so she knew that Lin Yan had acted well. Hence, she felt indignant on her behalf. Someone must be manipulating the public opinion. However, these people on the internet are too much of a parrot. They haven't even watched the movie, yet they are scolding me. Don't they have their own thoughts? "I've always believed in one thing," replied Lin Yan. "What is it?" "Strength can break all tricks. No matter what scheme or plot it is, it will be useless in the face of true strength." Duo was speechless. She was being narcissistic again. In the CEO's office on the top floor of Summit Entertainment, Summit Entertainment's boss, Chu Jiao, glanced at the man curiously. "Nanshu, tell me the truth. How dare you ask me to sign an actress with a bad reputation? What is your relationship with Lin Yan?" Pei Nanshu, who had been harassed by Chu Jiao for days, replied helplessly, "Didn't I tell you? This collaboration made me think that this girl has potential. You won't regret signing her. Are you sure you don't like her? Chu Jiao's face was full of suspicion. You have to know that the impact of this matter is very big. If you fall in love, and with such a disreputable artist at that, the whole company will be shaken. When that happens, I won't be able to explain it to the boss. Pei Nanxiu was speechless. However, the truth was that his boss was the one who had fallen in love. Don't worry. It's not what you think. I have no intention of falling in love. If I did, I would have informed you. Pei Nanxiu had no choice but to reassure him. Pei Nanxiu didn't belong to any of Summit Entertainment's managers. Chu Jiayao was in charge of all his affairs. In other words, Chu Jiao's boss was his agent. After working with her, you felt that she had potential. That's why you asked me to sign her. Why don't I believe you? There are so many actresses with potential, but you didn't ask me. Why did you insist on helping her? Chu Jiayao was puzzled. Pei Nanxiu, who knew that Chu Jiayao wasn't that gullible, replied, because I believe that she will be the most popular actress in Summit Entertainment in the future. Is this reason enough? Chu Jiayao glanced at the laptop on his desk and scanned the screen. Are you sure? A well-known film critic, I've always thought that Jiang Yiming was the most conscientious director in the entertainment industry, but I take that back now. Meeting One's Match is a lousy movie. I will never go to the cinema to watch another one of director Jiang Yiming's films. I'm so disappointed. A certain verified account in the fan circle, oh my god. I had thought that the production team would have replaced Lin Yan. Who would have thought that they would still use her? She's dragging down the entire production team's standards. Is the production team crazy? Or do you think it's so easy to earn money from fans that you can stuff any *T into our mouths? I'm really sorry, but we're not eating this time. Wei Shufeng's fans replied, how dare they try to force all kinds of couples into our mouths? How dare they make Lin Yan and our young master act as a couple? How dare they let their fans watch such a *TTY movie? Strongly boycott Meeting One's Match. A certain loyal fan, F*CK. Choosing this kind of person to play my Queen Pianruo. The crew is F*King exploding. How dare they expect fans to pay for their tickets? Dream on. I would rather die than contribute a single ticket to the movie. Mobile users, please browse and read. For a better reading experience, please visit IAI. Chapter 396. Late at night, in a VIP room of a certain bar, Yi Shanshan pointed at the news on her phone and burst into laughter. I'm dying of laughter. That B*TCH Lin Yan was acting all high and mighty in front of me. Now, she is being scolded like a dog. I knew it. Does she think that the film she snatched belongs to her? Let's see if she can swallow it. It was expected. I tried to persuade director Jiang, but he didn't listen. He insisted on releasing the movie as scheduled. All the celebrities in the cast had been implicated. Jiang Sifei sighed heavily as she lamented. Lin Shia sat in the middle of the couch with a glass of red wine in her hand. They will regret it when their heads bleed. It's a pity, Miss Lin. It wasn't easy for you to help me get the lead actress role. Jiang Sifei sounded aggrieved. Lin Shia, who knew what Jiang Sifei was worried about, chuckled softly. Don't worry. This is just to make them understand one thing. If anyone dares to use Lin Yan in the entertainment industry, they will have to face the consequences. When the time comes, Feng Anhua will delete Lin Yan's scenes and release the film again. Then, you can work with the other big stars to promote the film. Lin Shia didn't care about Jiang Sifei at all. What she wanted the most right now was to destroy Lin Yan. Jiang Sifei was elated. Miss Lin, you are so thoughtful. 2 days later, Meeting One's Match premiered. There were very few people in the cinema, especially in the middle of the night, so there were not many people watching. At the biggest cinema in the capital city, a famous film critic was sitting in an inconspicuous corner. He was shocked, especially when he saw Lin Pianro's character. The girl was dressed in a black evening gown. She looked cold and aloof, and her aura was powerful. One look and one would be able to see the character she was playing. How? How is this possible? The film critic had originally come because of Pei Nanxiu and Jiang Sifei. However, after watching the film, he couldn't calm down. Pei Nanxiu's acting skills were superb. However, the film critic couldn't believe that an inconspicuous supporting actress had stolen the limelight from the female lead. Wasn't this Lin Yan, who had been the subject of much criticism on the internet? However, unlike the rumors, she had portrayed Lin Pianro's character to perfection. She had perfectly replicated the original character in the book. Other than the critic, there were only a few people in the audience who were Lin Yan's haters. They had come to watch the performance so that they could criticize Lin Yan when they returned. They wanted to tell everyone that Lin Yan was an ugly, useless piece of trash who was a pile of sh*t. However, when she appeared, everyone's first reaction was that they had been stunned by her beauty. Previously, when Jiang Sifei had appeared, they had been pleasantly surprised. They had thought that Jiang Sifei was pretty after all. However, when Lin Yan had appeared, all the actresses in the show had been dwarfed by her beauty. What was even more unbelievable was that her scenes with the little heavenly king, Wei Shufeng, were nothing like the rumors on the internet. Instead, they were heartbreaking. Her final scene with Pei Nanxiu had been even more spectacular. After watching the entire scene, there was only one thought left in everyone's mind: how fragrant. I've added a few more chapters today. The update is over. Also, the comments have been restored. I almost forgot to do the lucky draw. There are still dozens of canvas bags that I haven't drawn yet. Let's continue the event below this chapter. I'll give away 5 canvas bags, same as always. Chapter 397. The next morning, a film critic's Weibo post had become a trending topic. Praise meeting one's match. Praise Lin Pianro. It wasn't because the critic was influential, but because his comments were too conspicuous among the scolding. Basically, all the comments below were scolding the film critic for being sensationalist and crazy for wanting to be famous. Hence, the film critic posted another post to explain himself. I don't care what kind of person Lin Yan is. I'm only talking about her performance in the movie. Meeting One's Match is the best movie I've watched in the past 2 years. Lin Yan's acting is the best I've seen in the past 2 years, and her acting skills are the best. Her performance in the movie didn't affect the quality of the movie at all. On the contrary, she was an integral part of the movie. If she was removed from the movie, it would be a huge loss for the movie. I would like to apologize to director Jiang Yiming for doubting and criticizing the movie. Director Jiang's decision was the right one. I hope that everyone won't be misled by public opinion and let a good movie be buried. When this Weibo post was first posted, almost all the comments were cursed by anti-fans. Initially, I thought that this person was trying to gain attention and become famous. Now, it seems like he's Lin Yan's fake reviewers. How can you say such lies? You must be a fake reviewers. How much money have you received from Lin Yan? I've lived long enough. How can someone defend Lin Yan? Has his conscience been eaten by a dog? The film critic, who had been forced into a corner, replied, everyone can watch it for themselves. If you say that it's not good after watching it, I'll do it. I'll watch it. I'll watch it. I'll watch it. I'll watch it. I'll eat it. I'll eat it. Although this film critic didn't have many fans or influence, he was straightforward and had never tried to defend his movie. Hence, a small group of fans started to comment. I've watched many of this blogger's previous movies. They are all quite accurate. I don't think he would accept money to do such a thing. Ha ha ha. How dare he say that he'll eat sh*t during a live stream? To be honest, I'm really curious. I want to watch this movie. At the same time, a Weibo post by an anti-fan caused a commotion. F***ck. F***ck. Go watch Meeting One's Match. I must watch meeting one's match. All of you will fall in love with her after watching her. From today onward, I'm going to announce that I'm a fan of Lin Yan. Lin Yan and Wei Shufeng were simply too easy to get along with in the movie. KSWL. This person was a veteran hate fan of Lin Yan's. Hence, most of her fans were haters of Lin Yan. Everyone thought she was crazy when they saw her status. F***ck me. What's going on, sister? Didn't you watch Lin Yan's drama last night? Hadn't she promised to share Lin Yan's acting skills with them? Why are you bragging? What potion did Lin Yan feed you? Sisters. She wasn't crazy. Last night, I watched meeting one's match with her. We wanted to secretly record some scandals and slander Lin Yan. In the end, we lost our minds. Even if Lin Yan had hired a fake reviewers, she wouldn't have hired such a person. Hence, this fan's post piqued the curiosity of many. In the end, it was reposted by a hate fan of Lin Yan's, and it became a hot topic. Chapter 398. Although everyone still doubted the authenticity of these words, people were curious. After seeing these comments, many people's curiosity was aroused. In particular, the anti-fan even released a lot of footage from the scene. The first photo was of Lin Yan in a black gown. Although the photos were a little blurry, it didn't affect Lin Yan's beauty. The second photo was of Lin Yan and Wei Shufeng. The girl was holding a phone in her hand as she gazed at Wei Shufeng affectionately. There was no emotion in her eyes. The last photo was of Lin Yan sitting in the ward and chatting casually with Pei Nanshu. Just from the photo alone, one could tell that the girl had a powerful aura. The production crew of Meeting One's Match hadn't dared to release any footage of Lin Yan. The only footage that had shown her silhouette had been deleted in the end. Hence, there hadn't been any footage of Lin Yan. When they saw the stills from the movie, many fans were stunned. What the F***ck? Is there something wrong with my eyes? Lin Yan looks so beautiful in the movie. She looks exactly like the Queen of Pianruo in my heart. Based on her looks alone, she is indeed good. However, even if she can change her face, how can she act? How can it be so exaggerated? I can't help but feel that Lin Yan and Wei Shufeng are a couple. Am I crazy? I want to go and watch it. I want to watch it too. Driven by such curiosity, many fans walked into the cinema. The first batch of fans were mostly Lin Yan's haters. When these haters walked out of the theater, almost all of them posted their own reviews on various social media platforms. All of them were praising Lin Yan. Later, it gradually attracted the attention of many professional film critics. After watching it, these film critics all reposted the Weibo of the film critic who had been scolded and criticized. Everyone was full of praise, saying that this was a completely underrated film. That night, praise Lin Yan's acting skills became the top trending topic. The afternoon screening of Meeting One's Match in all the major cinemas was filled with curious fans. It was hard to get a ticket in the end. The voices of those fans who had personally gone to the cinema to watch the movie gradually gathered like a stream, and finally condensed into a huge torrent, sweeping through the entire internet. I apologize for what I said to director Jiang Yiming. Director Jiang is one of the few directors with a conscience. The role of Lin Pianruo belongs to Lin Yan. Scold me if you want to. This time, I shall praise Lin Yan's acting skills. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw Lin Yan. Is that really Lin Yan? His acting had improved so much. What exactly happened to Lin Yan? I'm Wei Shufeng's fan. I thought that I would hate Lin Yan after watching her work with my baby. However, Lin Yan's acting was so good that I forgot that she was Lin Yan. I even kowtowed a little too much. It's a pity that Lin Yan didn't have many scenes. I'm a fan of this movie, so it's inevitable that I'm stricter about the casting. Hence, when I first found out that Lin Yan was going to play the role of Lin Pianruo, I was furious. I felt as though the goddess in my heart had been sullied. However, after watching the movie, I'm really grateful to Lin Yan for portraying Queen Pianruo so perfectly. Chapter 399. There were more and more comments online. Although there were still many haters and fake reviewers who tried to control the situation, the number of people watching the movie kept increasing. There was no way they could control the situation. In the end, the entire internet, including the official Weibo account of Meeting One's Match, was flooded by the same comment. There was only one word to describe this comment: amazing. Initially, no one had been interested in the movie for the first 3 days. However, on the 4th and 5th days, the theaters had started to increase the number of screenings for Meeting One's Match on the 6th day. All of Lin Yan's scandals and her haters had been converted into the box office sales of this movie. The movie's box office had skyrocketed along with Lin Yan's popularity. It had become a trending topic on the internet. The entertainment industry was a magical place. 1 second, you might be a nobody, but the next, you would become famous overnight. A second ago, you had been hated by the entire internet. A second later, you were being praised by the entire internet. Lin Yan was still sleeping when she heard the news. Too many people had been criticizing her. Zhao Hongling was afraid that she would be affected, so she had ordered her to disconnect from the internet and not pay attention to the public. Usually, when Pei Yuqing wasn't at home, Lin Yan would be at ease in the villa. Zhao Hongling had forbidden her from surfing the internet, so she treated it as a vacation. Hello, Sister Ling. What's wrong? What's wrong this time? Lin Yan asked in a daze. Before Zhao Hongling could reply, Duodwa's excited voice was heard. Grandma. You're popular. Huh? Haven't I always been popular? Lin Yan raised an eyebrow. No. I'm not talking about you. You're really popular. The entire internet is praising your acting skills. Because of you, the box office for Meeting One's Match has been soaring. Just now, producer Feng called Sister Ling and wanted to contact you. He wants to invite you to a promotional event for their movie. Duo explained excitedly. Lin Yan sobered up a little. Invite me to the promotional event? Feng Anhua wished that she was invisible. How could he invite her to the promotional event? It seemed like Duo was telling the truth. Lin Yan had expected that the movie's reputation would improve. However, she hadn't expected that it would change so drastically in just a few days. Did Summit Entertainment intervene? Asked Lin Yan. Zhao Hongling replied, Summit Entertainment said that they didn't do anything. It was your performance that brought the movie back to life. It was all thanks to director Jiang Yiming's persistence that the movie was released successfully, replied Lin Yan. You don't have to be humble, your performance was indeed very good. Actually, the main reason why people slandered you before was because you didn't have the ability. This is the Achilles heel of an actor. But now, you've shown everyone your strength, and you've also shown them your sincerity. Zhao Hongling continued, Feng Anhua doesn't know that I'm still your manager. He contacted me because he couldn't get in touch with you. I haven't revealed too much to him yet. But I've asked around for you. He's sincerely inviting you to participate in the promotional activities for his movie. You can participate in this activity. It's good for you. Lin Yan nodded. Okay. Sister Ling, please make the arrangements. Chapter 400. After she hung up, Lin Yan glanced at the time on her phone. She reckoned that Pei Yuqing would be back soon. Indeed, she had just put down her phone when she heard the sound of the door opening. Then, she heard familiar footsteps. Pei Yuqing was wearing a blue-gray Dior suit and a camel-colored coat. He tugged at his tie as he strode in. Qin Huan, who was trailing behind him, was reporting something to Pei Yuqing. Xing Chen, who was usually chewing on a lollipop, seemed to have something on his mind as he trailed behind him in silence. Lin Yan was sitting cross-legged on the couch, hugging a soft and comfortable pillow. She stood up hurriedly. Mr. Pei. You're back. Logically speaking, they weren't just boyfriend and girlfriend. They were living together, yet they hadn't changed the way they addressed each other. It was a little strange. However, she had gotten used to it after some time. Pei Yuqing hadn't corrected her, so she had just addressed him that way. Otherwise, if she had called Pei Yuqing by his nickname, it would have seemed blasphemous. Pei Yuqing seemed to have drunk some alcohol, as he looked more languid than usual. His eyes were dark and deep, and he seemed to be in a daze. Pei Yuqing's eyes darted to the girl when he heard her voice. The languid look in his eyes turned watery. When his eyes landed on the pillow in the girl's arms, they turned cold. Lin Yan was puzzled by Pei Yuqing's stare. She blinked, wondering what he was looking at. After some time, she realized that he was looking at the pillow in her arms. Huh? What was wrong with the pillow? Why was Pei Yuqing looking at her so unfriendly? Why would he be so unfriendly to a pillow? She had been very careful in the past few days. She had hidden all the dangerous items well. This pillow belonged to Pei Yuqing's house. She hadn't brought it here. How had it offended him? Instinctively, Lin Yan cast a suspicious glance at Qin Huan. What's wrong with your boss? Qin Huan coughed softly and pressed his hand to his forehead. He gestured for her to throw it away. Huh? What did Qin Huan mean by that? Lin Yan was even more confused. Qin Huan realized that Lin Yan didn't understand him, so he mouthed, "Throw it away." At the same time, Pei Yuqing strode over to Lin Yan. The man's approach was accompanied by a tremendous sense of oppression. Lin Yan couldn't help but take a step back. Instinctively, she hugged the pillow tighter. Pei Yuqing walked over to the girl and the silver watch on his wrist began to beep. Holy shit. What was going on? Lin Yan's hair stood on end when she heard that voice, which sounded as though she was about to die. It had been fine for the past few days. Why did it start beeping again? Could it be that they were going to fight again? She would rather die than fight him a second time. The desk that she smashed last time had made her heart ache for several nights. The things in this room were definitely not cheap. How expensive would it be if she smashed any one of them? Qin Huan and Xing Chen's faces fell when they heard the alarm. Both of them started to gesture frantically at Lin Yan. Chapter 401. Lin Yan couldn't understand what they were doing. At that critical moment, Lin Yan was the one who realized something. Pei Yuqing's expression when he saw the pillow in her arms was the same as when he had seen Pei Nanshu's poster. A second later, Lin Yan flung the pillow as far away as she could and hugged Pei Yuqing. She said solemnly, "What kind of lousy pillow is this? It's so hard and soft. It doesn't feel comfortable at all. It must be made of black cotton. A natural pillow is the best." Beep, 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 the watch stopped ringing. Qin Huan and Xing Chen heaved a sigh of relief, as though they had just escaped death. Pei Yuqing seemed to have sobered up a little. He gazed at Lin Yan gently and asked, "Are you hungry? What do you want to eat?" Pei Yuqing acted as though nothing had happened. If the alarm hadn't gone off, Lin Yan would have thought that she was hallucinating. The second thing that Lin Yan was afraid of was Pei Yuqing's watch. The first thing she was afraid of was Pei Yuqing asking her if she was hungry. Lin Yan was even more frightened when she heard him. She replied hastily, "I'm not hungry. I've already eaten. You don't have to cook for me." Lin Yan looked as sincere as she could as she tried her best to avoid eating. "Oh yeah. Mr. Pei, you must have been drinking. You must be feeling unwell. I'll go to the kitchen to cook some soup for you to sober up. Wait for me." Lin Yan helped Pei Yuqing to sit down on the couch. Fortunately, her hug and the way she had thrown the pillow at him had pleased him. Pei Yuqing had calmed down completely and regained his usual gentleness and politeness. "Thank you." Lin Yan replied, "You're welcome. As long as you don't enter the kitchen, you can do whatever you want." While Xing Chen and Pei Yuqing were discussing work, Lin Yan pulled Qin Huan aside. "Mr. Tulip? Excuse me, what happened just now? What happened to the pillow?" Miss Lin, my name is Qin Huan. Qin Huan introduced himself. Then, he glanced at the pillow that had been thrown to the corner and said, "That second young master's personal item. Don't you know?" "Ah. Did this belong to Mr. Pei?" "I don't know. I thought it belonged to the house when I saw it on the couch. I think it was given to second young master by a fan. Second young master treasures it very much and always carries it with him. Luckily you threw it away quickly." Qin Huan was also shocked. Lin Yan patted her chest as fear lingered in her heart. She had hugged Pei Yuqing's personal belongings tightly in front of him. She must be tired of living, however, her idol was too loving. He even brought along a pillow from his fan. How dare she say that Pei Nanshu's pillow was filled with black cotton? Sorry, Mr. Pei. She really had no choice. This is too dangerous. If that's the case, won't there be traps everywhere? I should check with Mr. Pei and Pei Yutang later. I don't want to touch anything that I shouldn't. Lin Yan muttered under her breath. Otherwise, with such a big house, how would she know who owned what and what she couldn't touch? So the only person in this house that she could touch was Pei Yucheng. Mobile users, please browse and read. For a better reading experience, please visit IAI. Chapter 402. The most luxurious place in Pei Yucheng's villa wasn't the bedroom, the study, the swimming pool, or the gym. It was the kitchen. The kitchen was very spacious, and there was a huge freezer with all kinds of fresh ingredients in it. The tools were also very high-end. It was obvious that Pei Yucheng loved to cook. Lin Yan found the ingredients needed to make the soup and began to prepare it according to the instructions on the internet. Actually, her cooking skills were terrible, but they were at the level of an average human. She couldn't compare to Pei Yucheng's hellish cooking skills. Lin Yan peeked at the living room from time to time as she prepared the soup. She had a feeling that Lollipop seemed to be in a bad mood today. What was Lollipop called again? His name was Xing Chen. Indeed, Lin Yan saw that Xing Chen hadn't left after reporting to Pei Yucheng. He was still standing in front of Pei Yucheng, looking as though he wanted to say something. Pei Yucheng noticed that the boy hadn't moved, so he glanced at him. What's wrong? Is there anything else? Xing Chen looked conflicted, as though he wanted to say something. Qin Huan, who was at the side, seemed to have sensed what he was going to do. He quickly shook his head and mouthed, "Hey! Don't court death." Xing Chen must have sensed that Pei Yucheng was in a good mood tonight, so he inhaled deeply and took a step forward. "Yes, brother Yu. I have something to ask of you." Qin Huan rubbed his forehead in despair when he heard Xing Chen. He whispered anxiously, "Xing Chen, are you crazy? How could you make such a stupid mistake?" He hurried forward and tried to pull Xing Chen away. "Brother Yu, Xing Chen is fine. He just drank too much tonight and is a little talkative. Ignore him." Xing Chen's eyes hardened as he glanced at Qin Huan. He pulled Qin Huan's arm away firmly. Qin Huan wasn't Xing Chen's match, so he struggled free. Xing Chen rushed to Pei Yucheng and said, "Brother Yu, Xiao Ye has been punished for a long time. Can you let her come back? She can't stay in that place any longer. Otherwise, she..." Xing Chen. Qin Huan glared at Xing Chen. He had a death wish. Pei Yucheng, who was flipping through the documents, replied casually, "Otherwise, what? Stop talking." Qin Huan stared at the expressionless man who seemed harmless to both humans and animals. Cold sweat seeped out of his forehead. "Otherwise, little you will," swoosh. At the same time, Pei Yucheng, who had been flipping through the documents, moved his right hand. Xing Chen's forehead seemed to have been hit by something. His entire body was thrown to the ground, and he appeared to be in pain. "Brother Yu." Xing Chen's body trembled as his eyes darted to Pei Yucheng, who hadn't moved at all. "What else?" Pei Yucheng replied nonchalantly without lifting his head. "Brother Yu." Xiaoya, bang. This time, Xing Chen's body was like a kite with a broken string, crashing into a nearby bookshelf. Books scattered all over the floor. Otherwise what? Pei Yuqing adjusted his gold-rimmed glasses gently as he replied nonchalantly. However, Xing Chen was silent at this moment. He endured the pain in his body and struggled to stand up with the help of the bookshelf beside him. Chapter 403. Qin Huan heaved a sigh of relief when Xing Chen fell silent. Others might not understand Pei Yuqing, but he knew him the best. This man didn't have a single shred of emotion. He was as though he was a machine that was programmed to be cold and cruel. If Xing Chen continued to be so unappreciative of his kindness, he might die. Pei Yuqing would crush him with his own hands. Even though Xing Chen had been with him since he was young, Pei Yuqing wouldn't be soft-hearted. Just like Xiaoya, whom Xing Chen had mentioned. This man was too terrifying. He was so terrifying that even though he looked harmless, he could send chills down one's spine with just one look. Don't try to play the emotional card with Pei Yuqing. He didn't have any. Lin Yan frowned as she scanned the living room. What was wrong with Xing Chen? Pei Yuqing had just finished reading the last page of the document when his eyes landed on Xing Chen. Pei Yuqing's gentle expression didn't change at all, but the aura around him made one shudder. The immense pressure made Xing Chen break out in a cold sweat. What did you say just now? Pei Yuqing asked coldly. Xing Chen and Qin Huan shuddered when they heard Pei Yuqing. Qin Huan didn't dare speak at all. If he dared to say a word, Xing Chen would be in deep trouble. Even he would suffer. Brother I didn't say anything. Xing Chen gritted his teeth. Pei Yuqing replied calmly, if I remember correctly, Ling Yu's punishment will end in 2 years. Xing Chen's eyes lit up when Pei Yuqing mentioned it. He nodded as though there was a glimmer of hope. Brother yes. Xiaoya can't hold on any longer. 2 years is too long. Pei Yuqing fell into deep thought. Really? Pei Yuqing's slender fingers tapped the table rhythmically. Then let's increase it by another 10 years. What? Xing Chen was completely dumbfounded. His body was trembling, and his eyes were filled with disbelief. Xiaoya couldn't hold on any longer. 10 years. How could this happen? What had he done? It was him who harmed Xiaoyu. He had thought that Pei Yuqing would change because of that woman. He had thought that there would be a tinge of humanity in Pei Yuqing. However, Xing Chen had realized that he was wrong. He was ridiculously wrong. Do you want to accompany her? Suddenly, Pei Yuqing changed the topic. Brother Xing Chen looked flustered. Even if he had to die, he absolutely could not go to that place, that laboratory that only contained despair. You haven't answered me. Pei Yuqing stared at Xing Chen expressionlessly. I don't want to go. Xing Chen's breathing quickened. Go down, Pei Yuqing replied. Immediately, Qin Huan hurriedly supported Xing Chen and hurriedly retreated. In the kitchen, Lin Yan watched as Qin Huan supported Xing Chen limping past. She poked her head out and called out to him. Hey! Damn! Suddenly, a head popped out, causing Qin Huan to shudder in fear. Miss Lin? Xing Chen was startled when he recognized Lin Yan. Come here. Lin Yan hurriedly beckoned them over. What do you want? Qin Huan was puzzled. Lin Yan didn't explain as she dragged them into the kitchen. Mobile users, please browse and read. For a better reading experience, please visit IAI. Chapter 404. What happened just now? Lin Yan shut the kitchen door and stared at Xing Chen and Qin Huan. She had been standing too far away, so she hadn't been able to hear anything. Pei Yuqing had suddenly flared up, and the two of them had left. She had been left alone to face Pei Yuqing's wrath. Of course, she had to get to the bottom of this. Air. Nothing happened. Miss Lin, you're too curious. This isn't a good thing, quipped Qin Huan. Xing Chen's eyes flickered as he stared at Lin Yen. Miss Lin Yen. Miss Lin. You can definitely help me. Xing Chen gazed at Lin Yen excitedly. Me? Lin Yen instinctively pointed at herself, looking confused. Xing Chen. Qin Huan frowned. Are you crazy? Are you trying to kill her? No. Perhaps. Brother Yu will listen to her. Lin Yen was Xing Chen's last hope. Xing Chen, you know what you should and shouldn't do. Miss Lin might not know what kind of person Brother Yu is, but both of us know him. If you had continued, I might have had to bury your corpse. Do you understand? Qin Huan said solemnly. Xing Chen instinctively glanced at his metal arm. He knew. He knew what kind of person Pei Yuqing was. However, this was his last chance. He couldn't let Xiaoya stay in that place. What happened? Lin Yen became even more anxious when she saw Xing Chen and Qin Huan's expressions. Just what kind of fatal matter was it? Miss Lin. Ling Yu is one of our friends. She has been with Brother Yu since she was young. However, a few years ago, she made a small mistake and was punished by Brother Yu. Xing Chen stared at Lin Yen as he spoke. Since it was a small mistake, I think Mr. Pei isn't a petty person. It's just a small mistake. It shouldn't be too serious, right? Asked Lin Yen. Not serious? The corners of Qin Huan's mouth twitched. This fool pleaded with Brother Yu. Xiaoya should have been able to return in 2 years, but she ended up getting injured. Xiaoya will be back in 10 years. Huh? Lin Yen was startled when she heard that. Why? Was Pei Yuqing really that heartless? Miss Lin Yen, I'm begging you. Can you help me plead with Brother Yu? As long as I recover to 2 years of time, it will do. Xing Chen said agitatedly. Lin Yen glanced at Xing Chen, who was covered in scars. Xing Chen was Pei Yuqing's confidant, yet he had ended up in such a state after pleading for mercy. Xiaoya had even increased her punishment. Although she really wanted to help, she really couldn't do so. Although I really want to help you, it's useless even if you plead for him. I've only known Mr. Pei for a few days. Xing Chen hastily replied, Miss Lin, as long as you agree to help me, I will do anything you ask of me. Lin Yen sighed. It's not that I don't want to help you, but I really can't. Xing Chen, or you can directly state a price. Lin Yen looked helpless. This isn't about money. How much are you offering? Xing Chen, Qin Huan. Chapter 405. Lin Yen hurriedly corrected herself when she realized that she had been too talkative. It was a slip of the tongue. It's not about money. I really don't have the ability. Xing Chen looked hopeless, but he didn't want to give up. His voice trembled as he said, Miss Lin Yen, perhaps you haven't realized how important you are to Brother Yu. He really values you, and your words are more important than anyone else's. Of course, I know that it's too much to ask you to take such a risk. I also know that you won't be able to change Brother Yu's mind. However, I don't ask for much. I just want you to give it a try. Can you? I'm willing to pay any price. Xing Chen bent his knees and was about to kneel before Lin Yen. Lin Yen hurriedly stopped him. No, I can't accept this. Lin Yen fell silent for some time before she said, how about this? I'll find a suitable time when Mr. Pei is in a good mood. I'll try my best, but I can't guarantee anything. Xing Chen was overwhelmed with emotion when he heard Lin Yen. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Lin. Whatever you need me to do, I will go through fire and water without hesitation. Lin Yen replied helplessly, I don't have any requests. I just hope that, in the future, if I break up with Mr. Pei, If we fight, you can help me escape. Xing Chen was speechless. Qin Huan was speechless. Both of them broke out in a cold sweat when they heard Lin Yan. Qin Huan said in a panic, "My little lady, please don't make such a scary assumption. If you encounter any difficulties in the future, Xing Chen and I will do our best to help." Hearing this, Xing Chen nodded vigorously. Lin Yan sighed and replied, "All right then, it's settled. However, don't be anxious. I have to wait for a suitable opportunity before I speak. Otherwise, you guys have just angered him. If I speak now, the effect will be even worse." Xing Chen nodded repeatedly. "We'll listen to your arrangements, Miss Lin Yan. If you need anything, you can contact me anytime." "Okay." Lin Yan was worried that Pei Yuqing would discover their plot, so she asked them to leave immediately. Coincidentally, the hangover soup was ready. Lin Yan scooped the soup and tasted it. It was sour and refreshing. She had succeeded. Lin Yan blinked after tasting it. Since he couldn't taste it, it didn't matter if it tasted good or not. Lin Yan peeked at the living room and walked over with the soup. Pei Yuqing remained seated on the couch in the living room. At this moment, he had already taken off his coat and was only wearing a light-colored shirt. The documents in his hands were also scattered randomly, and there was an unapproachable atmosphere around him. Lin Yan sighed bitterly to herself. Then, she plucked up her courage and walked over with the soup. "Mr. Pei, the soup is ready. Would you like to drink it now?" asked Lin Yan. "All right." He was about to reach for it when Lin Yan said hastily, "It's hot. Let me feed you." Pei Yuqing's eyes flickered with surprise as he studied the girl. "Thank you, Miss Lin." Chapter 406. "You're welcome. It's what I should do." Lin Yan sat down and carefully blew on it before feeding it to Pei Yuqing's lips. Pei Yuqing lowered his head and took a sip. Although she knew that Pei Yuqing couldn't taste it, she still cared about his comment. "How is it?" The man met the girl's expectant gaze and said, "It's sweet." Lin Yan was taken aback. Sweet? It was obviously sour. Besides, he couldn't taste it. "Huh? Didn't you?" Pei Yuqing, who seemed to have read the girl's mind, chuckled softly. "I really don't have a sense of taste. However, some people say that sweet is a pleasant taste." So he assumed that whatever she cooked would be sweet? Lin Yan's heart started to race again. This man could kill her when he lost control. When he wasn't angry, he could kill her too. As long as you like it. Lin Yan's cheeks flushed as she changed the topic. "Oh yeah, Mr. Pei. There are many things in this house that I don't know what I can and can't touch. Otherwise, you can go back and tell me in detail what are the taboos that I can't casually touch. Otherwise, it'll be bad if I touch something that I shouldn't touch." Pei Yuqing adjusted his gold-rimmed glasses and said slowly, "You can touch anything in this house that belongs to me." Before Lin Yan could respond, Pei Yuqing paused and added with a faint smile, "Of course, that includes me." Ahem. Lin Yan almost choked on her saliva and coughed violently. How could she touch Pei Yuqing? Stop. Stop. She didn't have that kind of rebellious thought. Ever since she had been forced to be afraid a few days ago, she had stayed in the same room with him for a night. After feeding Pei Yuqing the soup, Lin Yan bade him good night and hurried back to the house. The first thing she did was send a WeChat message to Pei Yutong and Pei Nanxiu to ask them what they had in the house so that she wouldn't step on a landmine again. Pei Yutong had just sent her a WeChat message when she received a detailed list of items. Lin Yan was dazzled by the list. This brat even wrote down the smelly socks that he accidentally threw under the sofa. What the hell was that? Was she so bored that her balls hurt to get that thing? What was even worse was that Pei Yutong's WeChat profile picture had been changed to a picture with the words, "I wish big brother and sister-in-law a blissful life together." It was an eyesore. It wasn't just Pei Yutong. Even Pei Nanxiu's list of items was rather detailed. He had even indicated the time he would be back every day so that she could avoid bumping into him. The survival instincts of these two brothers were quite strong. As for agreeing to Xing Chen's request, Lin Yan decided that it would be safer for her to mention it after she had made a good impression on him. Xing Chen had given her his QQ number, so she had sent him a message. Wait for the right time. Don't be impatient. Xing Chen quickly replied, all right. Thank you, Miss Lin. After sending the message, Lin Yan accidentally saw Xing Chen's signature. Then, she realized that his QQ's signature was, Brother Yu and Sister Yu, our hearts will be tied forever. Lin Yan was speechless. That's enough. In most dramas, shouldn't everyone around the domineering CEO stand up against the plot of a Cinderella and a domineering CEO? What kind of strange plot development was this? Mobile users, please browse and read. For a better reading experience, please visit IAI. Chapter 407. In the past few days, apart from meeting one's match, there was also a car racing tribute film that had been hyped up to a high level. Moreover, the producers had already decided on the title of the documentary, Legend. Legend had been shot in many locations in the country. Other than renting a few famous racetracks, it had also been announced that the racetrack's Grim Reaper, Yeva, would be appearing in the film. The most eye-catching news was that the racetrack's Grim Reaper would be a Chinese woman. There was a high chance that the actress would be chosen from the country. Regardless of whether it was in the country or overseas, whenever the racetrack's Grim Reaper was mentioned, the topic would be hyped up. Recently, there had been rumors that the racetrack's Grim Reaper, Yeva, had retired due to her injury and wouldn't be accepting any visitors. Hence, Lang Mang would be in charge of the casting. However, there was another rumor that Lang Mang had been training and preparing for the competition. Hence, he had sent one of his disciples to the country with the production crew of Legend to help him choose the role of the racetrack's Grim Reaper. Zhou Qiao. Lin Yan stared at the photo of Lang Mang's disciple, deep in thought. Zhou Qiao had been discovered by Lang Mang during the third level of the competition. He had asked for Lin Yan's opinion before he had accepted Zhou Qiao as his disciple. Zhou Qiao's racing skills had always been good. With Lang Mang's guidance, he had participated in the second level of the international competition several times and achieved good results. However, Lin Yan had never met Zhou Qiao before, so they weren't familiar with each other. Ever since she had been banned from competing, Lin Yan had cut off all contact with her disciples and teams. Initially, she had wanted to cut ties with her past life completely. However, she had realized that it wasn't that easy to abandon the past. Racing had become an essential part of her life. Lin Yan was interested in the role of the racetrack's Grim Reaper. It would be easier for her to play herself. Currently, there were two female celebrities who had been nominated for the role of the racetrack's Grim Reaper. One of them was Lin Shuya, while the other was Qiao Kechuan, an actress from Summit Entertainment's talent department. There were a total of 5 teams in Summit Entertainment, and each team had a different level of talent. Among them, Team 1 seemed to be the strongest. Apart from Qiao Kechuan, there were also many famous celebrities. Even Pei Nanxiu had been in Team 1 before. Furthermore, there were rumors that Qiao Kechuan had a powerful background. His backer was the Pei family, and no one in Summit Entertainment dared to provoke him. She was familiar with Lin Shuya, but she wasn't familiar with Qiao Kechuan. The reason why Lin Shuya and Qiao Kechuan were so popular was that the producers of Legend had confirmed that these two popular actresses would play 2 roles in the movie. As for the racetrack's Grim Reaper, it was still unknown who would play the role of Yeva. Currently, Legend had started to gain momentum in the country and had filmed many promotional videos. There were also many promotional activities for the movie. Actually, Lin Yan didn't want the racetrack's Grim Reaper to fall into someone else's hands. As for Qiao Kechuan from Summit Entertainment, she didn't know much about him. She did not want her image to be ruined by others. Chapter 408. Lin Yan had done some research on Qiao Kechuan. She was a popular actress from Summit Entertainment. Before she had debuted, she had been a female racer in a national team. After joining Summit Entertainment's team, Summit Entertainment had created a good image for her because she was a racer. She had relied on her tough image as a female racer to stay popular until now. Hence, the popularity of Qiao Keshuan's role as the racetrack's Grim Reaper surpassed that of Lin Xia. No matter what, Lin Yan still hoped that she could join the cast of Legend and act out her own life. Soon, Lin Yan's phone rang. It was Zhao Hongling. Sister Ling, Lin Yan answered the call. Lin Yan, I have confirmed with Director Jiang that the promotional event will be held tomorrow morning. I will text you the exact time and venue later. Okay. Thank you, Sister Ling, Lin Yan grinned at her. Oh yeah. Zhao Hongling paused for a second. Tomorrow, in addition to the publicity for your movie, another crew will be coming. Another production team? Lin Yan was puzzled by Zhao Hongling's words. Yeah, it will be an international production, replied Zhao Hongling. An international production. Sister Ling, are you talking about Legend? Asked Lin Yan. It seems like you have some understanding of it. Other than meeting one's match, there is another hot topic online. Anyway, it's good that you know about it. Lin Xia and Qiao Keshuan from Summit Entertainment will be attending the event tomorrow. However, their interview will be after hours, so it won't clash with our schedule. Zhao Hongling knew about the relationship between Lin Yan and Lin Xia, so she had told her in advance so that she could be mentally prepared in case they bumped into each other. Okay, I understand. Lin Yan nodded. After she hung up, she continued to read more about Legend. Who would have thought that the promotional activities of meeting one's match and Legend would be held on the same day and at the same place? Of course, this wasn't important to her. The next morning, Lin Yan woke up early. After washing up, she headed to the meeting place with Zhao Hongling. When she arrived, Lin Yan followed Zhao Hongling backstage to touch up her makeup. About 15 minutes later, Jiang Yiming, Feng Anhua, and the others also arrived. Haha. Lin Yan, I told you that you would definitely win. I was right, wasn't I? Feng Anhua gazed at Lin Yan with a wide grin on his face. Lin Yan's face darkened as she glanced at Feng Anhua. Had he said something like that? Why didn't she remember? Jiang Sifei was putting on makeup as well. She stared at Lin Yan, who was the center of attention. Initially, she had planned to play the good guy after Lin Yan's death. Then, she would ask the production team to delete Lin Yan's scenes and promote the movie. Who would have thought that her plan would be foiled? Lin Yan would become famous all of a sudden. What infuriated her even more was that many fans had claimed that Lin Yan had outshone her in terms of both looks and acting. How could she tolerate this? Are those film critics blind? What was so special about Lin Pianruo? She was the one who relied on her acting skills to hold up the entire movie. Canvas bags are being smoked every day. Once we have 50 bags, I will announce the name list together. Oh. Everyone, please leave a comment. P.S. Ling Yu and Ji Lan aren't the same person. Please don't misunderstand. Mobile users, please browse and read. For a better reading experience, please visit the website. Chapter 409. Wei Shufeng, who was seated nearby, remained silent as his eyes darted to Lin Yan from time to time. Wei Shufeng wasn't interested in the movie or the promotional video. He was only curious about how Lin Yan had defeated WW that day. This was 2F** King ridiculous. Could it be a rigged match? WW was one of the top teams in the country. Although they weren't the best, they shouldn't have lost to the He family team. Wei Shufeng wanted to step forward and ask Lin Yan personally, but he didn't know where to start. He couldn't possibly ask her if the competition had been rigged. Although he couldn't figure out why WW had agreed to fix the competition, this was the only possibility he could think of. Otherwise, how could Lin Yan have improved so much in such a short period of time? Did she really think that she was the racetrack's Grim Reaper? Wei Shufeng realized that Lin Yan was looking at him from time to time, which made him even angrier. Why are you looking at me? Wei Shufeng hissed coldly. Lin Yan glanced at Wei Shufeng and replied unhurriedly, "If you don't look at me, how would you know that I'm looking at you?" This fellow was the one who had stared at her unscrupulously. That was why she had no choice but to look at him. "You," Wei Shufeng glared at Lin Yan and gritted his teeth. In the end, he couldn't help but ask, "What happened during the competition between the He family and WW? What are you trying to do? Even if you come from a racing family and have some skills, everyone knows how good the He family team is. It's impossible for you to defeat WW single-handedly." Lin Yan shrugged helplessly. "Perhaps it's because WW is too weak, that's because I'm their ancestor." Wei Shufeng's face darkened. WW is weak? She was from the He family team, yet she had the cheek to say that WW was weak? Was this woman joking? Suddenly, Lin Yan seemed to recall something. She raised her voice and said, "Hold on. Speaking of racing. Young Master Wei, have you forgotten something?" Wei Shufeng frowned impatiently. "What?" "I remember you posting on Weibo that if I win, you will run around naked?" Lin Yan grinned at him. Wei Shufeng's face turned as black as the bottom of a pot. "You shameless woman. You finally exposed yourself. You really are after this young master's body." Lin Yan was speechless. Her little fan's paranoia seemed to have worsened. Soon, the promotional event for meeting one's match began, and the main cast and crew went on stage one after another. The male lead, Pei Nanxiu, and the female lead, Jiang Sifei, were undoubtedly the center of attention. They were also the first to go on stage. The host enthusiastically asked some questions about the movie and told them about the fun things that had happened during filming. Prior to this, the production team had never mentioned Lin Yan. However, the host's questions today seemed to be directed at Lin Yan, who was a hot topic. Because the event was a live broadcast, the host also selected a lot of questions from fans online. Most of the comments were from fans who had confessed to Pei Nanxiu. Other than that, the rest were asking when Lin Yan and Wei Shufeng would go on stage. As for the female lead, Jiang Sifei, almost no one was interested in her. Most of the comments were about her disappointing performance in the movie. Mobile users, please browse and read. For a better reading experience, please visit IAI. Chapter 410. Am I the only one who thinks that Jiang Sifei's performance doesn't match her title of Best Actress? The female lead is just a vase. Upstairs, you are not alone. Based on Jiang Sifei's looks, she wouldn't even qualify to be a vase. He was killed by Lin Yan in seconds. I used to have a good impression of Jiang Sifei and thought that she was reliable. However, ever since she moved to a new company, I feel that her style has changed. Even her face has changed. It seems like she has undergone plastic surgery many times. She used to have such a high-class face, but now she looks like an internet celebrity. I wonder what she's thinking. Jiang Sifei glanced at the comments on her phone from the corner of her eye. Her stiff face froze even more after her plastic surgery. In the past, when she was with Zhao Hongling, she took the route of strength. Although she wasn't very popular, almost all the comments about her online were positive. This was the first time she faced so many doubts. The next couple to appear on stage is your favorite couple in the series, Lin Pianruo and Fang Canyang. Let's welcome them. Wei Shufeng and Lin Yan strode out from backstage. The fans at the scene, especially those who were fans of the novel, screamed excitedly when they saw the two of them. The fans in front of the live broadcast also began to crazily spam the bullet screen. Lin Yan was dressed in a simple black gown, while Wei Shufeng was dressed in the same style as Fang Canyang in the movie. He was wearing a white t-shirt and casual pants, looking youthful and radiant. The scene of the two walking side by side was very pleasing to the eye. Many fans, who had objected to Lin Yan and Wei Shufeng acting as a couple, had become fans of the couple after watching the movie. Jiang Sifei had never expected that Lin Yan would become so popular just because she was a supporting actress. Ah. Pianruo. Queen Pianruo. Today, I will also cry at the beautiful love of my CP. What kind of immortal couple is this? I'll blow it up. KSWL, thanks. Thank you. The fans of the book will kneel and thank you. After being criticized for so long, Lin Yan wasn't used to hearing the fans' excited cheers. At this moment, the fans in front of the bullet screen were also spamming. Who designed Lin Yan's new look? It was simply amazing. Why hadn't he known that Lin Yan was so good at fighting? Did she go for plastic surgery? She's doing so poorly. She probably doesn't have the money for plastic surgery, right? When Lin Yan had first debuted, she had become popular because of her looks. Don't you remember the photo that went viral on the internet? It was the one leaning against the car. Judging from his facial features, he didn't seem to have undergone plastic surgery. The way I see it, it's not that her style is successful this time, but that her previous team was too trashy. The character they had created for her was too detestable. On the contrary, after she started to let go of herself recently, she has become much more pleasing to the eye. She looks good even in loose sportswear. Many fans chimed in and agreed with this comment. Everyone was eagerly anticipating the couple's appearance. Jiang Sifei's face darkened when she realized that Lin Yan had taken over her territory. After all the crew members had arrived, the host turned to Jiang Yiming and asked with a smile, "Director Jiang, there were some twists and turns in the early stages of our movie. The reviews online and the theaters weren't that great, but in the end, we managed to turn the tides. Were you worried about that, Director Jiang?" Hearing this, Jiang Yiming nodded. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried. But, I believe that the audience has eyes and will watch for themselves. Chapter 411. I heard that Director Jiang was the one who didn't delete Lin Yan's scenes despite the pressure from the public. That's how we got to watch such an exciting movie. I'm sure all the fans are grateful to Director Jiang. Actually, I didn't think much of this movie until I watched it myself. I watched it 3 times yesterday. The host replied. The host's eyes trailed to Lin Yan. Miss Lin Yan, after the movie was released, there were many negative comments about you. Did you lose confidence in the movie? Lin Yan grinned and replied, of course not. I believe that there aren't many celebrities in the country who are as bad-mouthed as me. The fact that the movie was able to become a hit even though I was so bad-mouthed is a testament to its quality. Haha. Miss Lin Yan, it seems like you love to badmouth yourself. Today, when I met you, I realized that you don't match the rumors. The host chuckled. The host knew that Lin Yan wasn't just a fan of the movie. Hence, he started to ask questions about her. The host asked, Miss Lin Yan, we gathered a lot of questions from the netizens. One of them was that you seem to be acting more freely recently. You've been dressing more casually. What's the reason for that? Lin Yan pondered for a moment before she replied, I guess I'm poor. The host was speechless. The fans were speechless. The host chuckled and added, Miss Lin Yan, you're really humorous. However, you have a good foundation, so you look good in casual clothes. Lin Yan grinned. It's good to wear casual clothes. If I get chased by haters, it'll be easier for me to escape. The host was speechless. The fans were speechless. The host said, everyone knows that you've attracted a lot of negative comments because of your scandals. After you joined Meeting One's match, many fans are worried that you'll tarnish their idol. What do you think? This was a sharp question. The MC wanted to create a topic of conversation, so she was very direct with her words. Lin Yan grinned nonchalantly and scanned the fans. Actually, I don't understand what the fans are worried about. Do they lack confidence in their idol? Are they blind enough to fall for me? The host was speechless, the fans were speechless, Pei Nanxiu was speechless, Wei Shufeng was speechless. The host was experienced, but this was the first time she had met an artist like Lin Yan. Every time, she would be rendered speechless. However, Lin Yan's answers would always defuse the crisis. The atmosphere was livened up by Lin Yan's answers, and the fans were all laughing and joking. Then, the host picked a question from the bullet screen and read it out on the spot. Lin Pianruo and Fong Canyang are such a good couple. It was a pity that they didn't have many scenes together, and they didn't even hold hands. Not to mention hugs and kisses. Aren't there any scenes in the movie that are slightly more restrictive? Deleted footage is fine too. One of my friends said she wanted a kangkang. Chapter 412. Lin Yan was speechless. Hee, a friend of yours wants to take a look. My boyfriend is watching too. She didn't want to die yet. It seems like everyone really likes this couple. What do the both of you think? The host glanced at Lin Yan and Wei Shufeng as he asked. Jiang Yiming stepped forward to help them out. They didn't cut out any scenes. That was all that was shown. We respected the original work and followed the original script. Soon, the promotional event ended. Meeting One's Match's production team had just left and they heard a commotion at the entrance. It's the racing crew. Wei Shufeng muttered softly to himself as he watched the crowd. Wei Shufeng had been keeping an eye on the filming of Legend. Wei Shufeng was a racing fanatic. Furthermore, Yeva would be playing the role of the racetrack's Grim Reaper in Legend. Hence, Wei Shufeng paid extra attention to her. At this stage, the racetrack's Grim Reaper hadn't been chosen yet. However, Lin Xia and Qiao Keshuan were likely candidates for the role. Although Qiao Keshuan and Lin Xia were reputable actresses in the industry and he was friends with Lin Xia, Wei Shufeng felt that they weren't suitable for Yeva's role. In fact, he felt that anyone who played Yeva would be a blasphemy against his goddess. Do you know about Legend? Lin Yan's eyes trailed to Wei Shufeng as she asked softly. Wei Shufeng replied angrily, of course. My goddess will be in this movie. Of course I know about it. Lin Yan was speechless. She had almost forgotten about that. The filming of the movie has been completed overseas and in China. We are only waiting for the actress to play Yeva. Wei Shufeng stared at Lin Yan intently. Recently, Lin Yan had been keeping an eye on the filming of Legend. She had a rough idea that the movie was nearing its final stages. Only Yeva's part had yet to be completed. Before Lin Yan could respond, a young man in a blue shirt with a buzz cut strode into the hall. A commotion broke out at the sight of the man. Lang Mang's disciple, a professional racer, Zhou Qiao. The production crew of Legend couldn't contact Yeva, so they contacted Lang Mang, hoping that he could give his opinion on the casting. However, Lang Mang had to prepare for the competition, so he asked his apprentice, Zhou Qiao, to come to the country with the production crew to help Yeva. Other than Zhou Qiao, there were two other middle-aged men in casual suits. They were the director and producer of Legend. Lin Xia was wearing a champagne-colored gown. She had a smile on her face, and she looked graceful and elegant. The other girl beside Zhou Qiao was wearing a V-neckline beige suit with an elegant little lapel. She looked very intellectual. Qiao Keshuan was different from Lin Xia. Qiao Keshuan was more intellectual and had the demeanor of a tough queen. Even though she was on the same stage as Lin Xia, her aura didn't lose out. Lin Xia's eyes darted to Lin Yan, who was surrounded by the crew. Her eyes gleamed. Not too long ago, Lin Yan had been nothing more than an ant that she could crush any time she wanted. However, in just one night, she had turned over a new leaf. P.S. A new function has been released recently. It can be set up in the background to automatically draw the reader's donation tokens. I will try it out later. The system will draw the tokens automatically. Chapter 413. Sister, what a coincidence. Lin Xia concealed the sinister glint in her eyes as she greeted Lin Yan with a smile. Before Lin Yan could respond, Wei Shufeng stepped forward and quipped, I heard that you're going to star in Legend. Lin Shia noticed that Wei Shufeng had initiated a conversation with her, so she replied warmly, yeah, it's been confirmed. Wei Shufeng frowned. You're sure? What role? Lin Shia pretended to be in a dilemma. I can't reveal it yet. Then, she changed the topic. However, I can tell you. Xiao Keshuan is probably going to be Lang Meng's girlfriend, so I should be playing the other role. The director thinks that the other role is more suitable for me. Lin Shia glanced in Lin Yan's direction as she spoke. Although she hadn't said it out loud, it was obvious enough. There were 2 unconfirmed roles for Legend. Since Xiao Keshuan was going to be Lang Meng's girlfriend, wouldn't the role of Yeva belong to Lin Shia? Although Lin Shia didn't sound like she was absolutely certain, her words sounded like they were close to the truth. Lin Yan raised an eyebrow but didn't say anything. Wei Shufeng, on the other hand, seemed to have a bigger reaction than her. He frowned and said, how could they decide on such an important role so hastily? Did they research Yeva's life? Lin Shia's expression changed slightly when she heard Wei Shufeng. However, she regained her usual elegance and replied gently, Shufeng, I know that you like Yeva a lot. However, don't worry. The director thinks highly of this role, so I have done a lot of preparation. If I manage to clinch the role, I'm confident that I won't disappoint everyone. Lin Shia grinned at Lin Yan. Sister, since you like racing so much, you should admire Yeva too, right? I saw your name on the list of candidates. Do you want to play this role as well? Lin Shia knew that Lin Yan would never be able to race again, yet she had deliberately mentioned racing in front of her. She had mentioned Yeva, who was the legend and idol of the racing industry. She was clearly trying to stab Lin Yan in the heart. I admire her. Lin Yan lowered her eyes and grinned. That's right. I admire her a lot. She's the person I love, admire, and respect the most. She also admired herself quite a lot. There was nothing wrong with that. Wei Shufeng's expression darkened when he heard this. Are you kidding me? This woman actually wanted to act as Yeva? Even Lin Shia would be better than this woman, right? No. It didn't matter who it was. Wei Shufeng was about to speak when his assistant pulled him back. Brother Feng. Brother Feng, hurry up and leave. We still have work to do. It's too late. The assistant looked anxious. This young master always acted rashly when it came to Yeva. He had criticized her in front of the production crew and even questioned the casting. Wasn't he looking for trouble? Wei Shufeng snorted unwillingly as his assistant tried to stop him. Lin Yan was about to leave when Lin Shia suddenly whispered, Sister, I heard that your movie was a hit. I haven't had the chance to congratulate you. Lin Yan glanced at Lin Shia nonchalantly. There's no hurry. You will have plenty of opportunities to congratulate me in the future. Lin Shia's face darkened. Hee hee. You're so naive. I hope you'll always have such good luck. Chapter 414. She reached the backstage. Lin Yan packed her things and was about to leave when producer Feng Anhua approached her with a beaming smile. Lin Yan. Wait a minute. Producer Feng? Lin Yan halted. What's the matter? Feng Anhua replied, Lin Yan, you played a huge part in our movie's success. I asked the finance department to give you a huge red packet. Check your bank account later. Lin Yan's eyes lit up. A huge red packet? Feng Anhua nodded. Yeah, it should be more than 6 figures. More than 6 figures? Wouldn't that be hundreds of thousands of yuan? Lin Yan felt as though Feng Anhua had become much taller. She thanked him sincerely. Thank you. Thank you, Producer Feng. Producer Feng, you are my beau ma, my mentor in life. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have achieved what I have today. You're too polite. I'm just doing my job well. It's all because of the strategy of a Zhuge Kongming like you that our film can sell well at the box office and prosper day by day. Feng Anhua stood there in a daze. He had almost fainted from Lin Yan's flattery. Lin Yan had always kept a low profile and seldom spoke. Who would have thought that she would be so eloquent? Even though he knew that Lin Yan was trying to suck up to him, he was still elated. Although Feng Anhua had insisted on removing her scenes, Lin Yan didn't have any special feelings for him. In his position, Feng Anhua had never had a position of his own. He would always stand where his interests lay. Lin Yan had been working for a long time and had been through a lot. She had never been an inflexible person. In that case, she would treat him with the same attitude. Ha 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 ha. Feng Anhua was in a good mood. Lass, you sure know how to talk. Feng Anhua fell silent for a moment before he glanced at Lin Yan. Oh yeah. Lin Yan, do you have any plans? I heard that you've terminated your contract with Star Entertainment. Then who's in charge of your work arrangements now? Lin Yan replied, yeah, I've terminated my contract. However, my manager is still Sister Ling. She's still in charge. Feng Anhua nodded. Zhao Hongling is indeed a good manager. You have better foresight than Jiang Sifei. Feng Anhua paused for a moment before he continued, but you and Zhao Hongling no longer have an emergency agency. I'm afraid your future development won't be as smooth as it used to be. From what I know, the reason why our film had such a bad reputation before it was released was because there were a lot of people plotting against you. Thank you, Producer Feng. I understand. Lin Yan knew that Feng Anhua was reminding her on purpose, so she thanked him sincerely. Feng Anhua looked at the girl in front of him and suddenly understood Jiang Yiming's feelings. Moreover, he always felt that this girl was not simple. Her footsteps would not stop here. At this time, helping her in accumulating some connections was just a small effort for him. Hence, Feng Anhua asked, oh yeah, do you have a boyfriend? Feng Anhua's sudden question almost caused Lin Yan to sprain her waist. She hastily steadied herself and replied, No. Producer Feng, why are you suddenly asking this? Chapter 4:15. Feng Anhua grinned at Lin Yan. Lin Yan, if you don't have a boyfriend, I can introduce one to you. Lin Yan was speechless. Why had Feng Anhua become a matchmaker? The rest of the crew had left, so Lin Yan and Feng Anhua were the only ones left in the lounge. That was why Feng Anhua could talk to Lin Yan. However, they didn't know that, in one of the cubicles, there was someone sitting in Pei Nanshu's private dressing room. Pei Nanshu was waiting for Lin Yan, so he hadn't left yet. His brother, Pei Yucheng, was sitting on the couch in his makeup room. As a professional cover, Pei Nanshu had brought Pei Yucheng to his makeup room to wait for Lin Yan. He hadn't expected to hear such a conversation. Pei Nanshu looked as though he had lost all hope in life. He glanced nervously at the man on the couch. Pei Yucheng was dressed casually with a pair of gold-rimmed glasses. He leaned against the couch lazily, looking expressionless. Pei Nanshu instinctively glanced at the watch on Pei Yucheng's wrist, afraid that it would ring in the next second. What if Lin Yan said something she shouldn't? Unfortunately, he was right under Big Brother's nose, so there was no way he could inform Lin Yan. The soundproofing wasn't good, so Lin Yan and Feng Anhua's voices could be heard clearly. Feng Anhua turned to Lin Yan and said, Lass, don't treat me as a pimp. If I introduce a man to you, he won't be too bad. Besides, it will be a legitimate relationship. After all, you have to know that it's hard to survive in this industry without connections and a strong backing, especially in your current situation. Don't think that you can sit back and relax just because you're a supporting actress. You can become famous overnight, but you can also become cold overnight. Based on what I know, the boss of Star Entertainment isn't easy to deal with. He might have let you go previously, but now that you've become so popular, do you think he will let you off so easily? Lin Yan knew that Feng Anhua was telling the truth. Ahem. Thank you, Producer Feng. I will be careful. I don't need a boyfriend. I just want to work hard. I don't have any plans to have a boyfriend. Lin Yan rejected him. If she had gone on a blind date behind his back, she would have to be tired of living. Feng Anhua raised his eyebrows. How could a girl your age not want a boyfriend? Besides, you have good qualities and good looks, so you have a lot of choices. You can tell me what kind of man you like. I might not be good at other things, but I have a lot of connections. Just tell me your type, and I might be able to introduce you to someone you like. Lin Yan found it hard to reject Feng Anhua's kindness. She felt a headache coming on as she replied, Actually, I don't have any special requirements. It all depends on your feelings. As long as it felt right. As long as it's someone I like, I will unconditionally trust and give everything to him. But there's a matter of principle that is very important. Feng Anhua, what problem? Tell me. Lin Yan replied, if you want me to spend money, I can't spend more than 100 yuan. I don't like materialistic men. Feng Anhua, Pei Nanshu, who was in the cubicle, was speechless. Mobile users, please browse and read. For a better reading experience, please visit the website. Chapter 4:16. Feng Anhua's expression was indescribable. After some time, he snapped back to his senses and quipped, ahem. Usually, you don't have to spend money. Men are the ones who spend money. Lin Yan shook her head and analyzed the situation solemnly. No. If we were dating, I would definitely split the bill. Besides, if I were to go on a date, I would have to put on makeup, right? Foundation, eyeshadow, fake eyelashes, lipstick, blush, cream, lotion. Kendi would have to put on a full set of makeup. How much would it cost? Lin Yan looked as though she was really being stingy. She didn't look like she was being perfunctory at all. She was really stingy. Feng Anhua was speechless. Pei Nanshu was speechless. Lin Yan replied, Producer Feng, don't you think what I said makes sense? That's why dating is so expensive. I really don't want to date at all. Feng Anhua glanced at the bag in Lin Yan's hands. The only way to solve one's worries was to get rich overnight. Actually, he had expected that Lin Yan would reject him. However, he hadn't expected that she would reject him because of this. Her reason for not dating was indeed a refreshing one in the entertainment industry. In the end, Feng Anhua gave up on this idea as he listened to Lin Yan's incessant chatter about the accounts. Lin Yan heaved a sigh of relief after Feng Anhua left. She was about to leave when she heard a creak behind her. The cubicle door had opened. Instinctively, Lin Yan turned around and saw Pei Nanshu standing at the door. Behind him was Pei Yucheng. Lin Yan was speechless. Why was Pei Yucheng here? Didn't he have overheard Feng Anhua's proposal to introduce a boyfriend to her? Didn't he overhear her when she said that she didn't want to date? Mr. Pei. Why are you here? Lin Yan smiled awkwardly, looking as though the end of the world had come. Pei Yucheng replied, I'm here to pick you up. Lin Yan replied, Sorry to trouble you. Actually, I can go home myself. Pei Yucheng glanced at the girl with a faint smile. You don't like materialistic men? Lin Yan was speechless. Pei Yucheng asked, You don't want to date? Lin Yan was speechless. Sure enough, he heard it. Holy shit. Why didn't Mr. Pei send her a message? Pei Nanshu rubbed his nose helplessly when he met Lin Yan's aggrieved gaze. How would he dare to play tricks under his brother's nose? Lin Yan looked bitter as she racked her brain for an explanation. Pei Yucheng glanced at her and said unhurriedly, Actually, there is a solution, huh? Lin Yan was startled. What solution? Pei Yucheng met the girl's confused eyes and said slowly, Marry me. Lin Yan was speechless. Lin Yan was almost scared to death. Ahem. What? What did you say? Even Pei Nanshu, who was standing by the side, choked and coughed repeatedly. Pei Pei Yuqing replied calmly, after we get married, we don't need to split the profits. As for the money, there won't be a division between us. You'll be in charge of all my assets. Lin Yan was speechless. Big boss. This was too much. You can't do this. The richest man in the country was standing in front of her and telling her to marry him. She would be in charge of all his money. Who could stand this? Meanwhile, in the small theater, Pei Yuqing replied, marry me. All my money will be yours. Lin Yan replied, I'll marry you. Second embarrassment typed, that's the end of the article. P.S. There will be a new chapter at midnight today. Chapter 417. In the face of such a powerful attack, Lin Yan was almost corrupted by money. She blurted out, I'll marry you. Fortunately, she snapped out of it at the last moment. Lin Yan muttered to herself, trying to calm herself down. No. A gentleman loves money, but he has to earn it in the right way. No way. You can't reap without sowing. When Pei Yuqing heard the girl's muttering, he held her hand gently and said gently, Miss Lin, you're being biased. You obtained this method legitimately. The man's voice was bewitching and irresistible. Lin Yan's confidence crumbled again. She had been brainwashed by him and felt that he was right. If she married him, she would have obtained it legitimately. Fortunately, Zhao Hongling's sudden call interrupted the conversation and saved her. Let me answer the call. Lin Yan, who felt as though a weight had been lifted from her shoulders, scrambled to the side to answer the call. Hello, Sister Ling. Everything went smoothly. You don't have to come and pick me up. I can go home on my own. A lot of companies have approached us recently. I have also received some books. I'll sort them out and send them to you. All right, no problem. Thank you for your hard work, Sister Ling. At the same time, in Du Pengsheng's office on the top floor of Star Entertainment, Du Pengsheng glanced at the trending topics on Weibo. Lin Yan's name had occupied a few spots, and the box office sales for Meeting One's match had skyrocketed. Thanks to its reputation, it had risen to the top of the box office. Lin Yan's status had naturally risen along with it. Needless to say, many companies had approached her. Based on Lin Yan's popularity, she would definitely make a fortune. Du Pengsheng's face darkened when he saw Lin Yan's sudden outburst. Gao Zhiwei and Xianxian, who were standing in the middle of the office, looked equally gloomy. Gao Zhiwei, you were the one who promised that Lin Yan wouldn't become popular and asked her to terminate the contract. Now, you've let go of a cash cow. You have to give me an explanation. Du Pengsheng smashed a stack of newspapers on Gao Zhiwei's head in a fit of rage. At this moment, Gao Zhiwei's intestines were green with regret. If he hadn't terminated his contract with Lin Yan, she would have been his artist. He would have been able to make a fortune with her popularity. He had helped Xianxian pull some strings and gotten so many resources. However, the popularity of Lin Yan's role couldn't compare to that of a supporting actress. And Xianxian was jealous and angry at the same time. Initially, she had wanted Lin Yan to help her deal with the investor. Who would have thought that this unknown person would become so popular overnight? One of the advertisers who had wanted her to be their spokesperson had gone to look for Lin Yan instead. The more Du Pengsheng thought about it, the angrier he got. 7 days. Only 7 more days. If he had known earlier, he would have waited for the 3-month deadline to be up. Things wouldn't have ended up like this. Gao Zhiwei, I kicked Zhao Hongling out and brought you up. Is this what you want to show me? I think you can't even compare to Zhao Hongling's little finger. Trash. Du Pengsheng had no idea that Zhao Hongling's little artist, who had a bad reputation, had actually become famous. If they had followed their agreement and waited for 3 months, given Zhao Hongling's current popularity, she would have been able to help Zhao Hongling achieve her goal of topping the sales charts within 3 months. Chapter 418. It was a pity that Gao Zhuwei couldn't wait to chase Zhao Hongling away, while Du Pingxing didn't care about Zhao Hongling and Lin Yan, who had lost all their value. He had let Lin Yan, the cash cow, go a few days. Just a few days more. Now, the entire industry was waiting for him to make a fool of himself. They were saying that he had been blind to terminate his contract with Lin Yan at this critical juncture. How could he not be angry? They had even used their official accounts to announce that they had terminated Lin Yan's contract. There was no way they could take back their words. Gao Zhiwei, who had been scolded, bowed and apologized profusely. President Du, please calm down. Calm down. So what if Lin Yan is famous now? She has no backing or background. Even if she wants to jump ship, no big company would want her. It's too easy for me to deal with her. Everything is under my control. President Du, don't worry. I have a way to make her come back. Du Pingxing snorted coldly. That better be the case. Gao Zhiwei's eyes gleamed with malice. He had seen plenty of artists like Lin Yan. She shouldn't think that she could escape his clutches just because she was famous. No way. He wasn't Zhao Hongling, who would be so soft-hearted as to let an artist like Jiang Sifei go so easily. At Cloud Manor, Lin Yan had asked Zhao Hongling and confirmed that she could finally go online. Thus, Lin Yan, who had been holding back for a few days, logged on to Weibo and posted, "Did I get rich today?" Nope. In the past, there would be hundreds of comments on Lin Yan's Weibo, and every single one of them was cursing and sarcastic. After this Weibo post was posted, the style of the comments was like this: F***CK. Sister, we've been waiting for you to post this for so many days. In the end, it's this again? Can't you change to another post? I'm looking forward to the stills. Where are the stills? Shouldn't you be taking advantage of the popularity to post some stills? Ahem. How badly does Lin Yan want to get rich? There was nothing on this account. Every Weibo post was the same. When we scolded her, she pretended not to see it and never replied. Even when she saw anti-fans cursing her to never have a man for the rest of her life, she did not react at all. In the end, someone cursed her that she would never be able to get rich overnight. She immediately jumped out and replied with 2 words, rebound, ha 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 ha. Have you guys realized that Lin Yan's style has changed drastically since a few months ago? She's been letting herself go. It's said that all of her itineraries were arranged by her assistant. Later, her assistant resigned, and from then on, she started to change her style. She hasn't been causing trouble for a long time. Also, in today's live broadcast of the promotional event, the host interviewed her. In fact, her personality is quite likable. At that time, the questions were drawn on the spot, and there was no advance preparation. She answered them all by herself. Due to the popularity of the movie, the comments on Lin Yan's Weibo page had become much friendlier. In the past, most of them had been scolding her. Now, there were more jokes and even some comments that had changed sides. Of course, there were still a large number of deep-rooted haters. What the hell? Isn't it just a supporting role? It was only a few minutes. Yet, she has become so popular. First, she dragged Pei Nanxiu along with her. Then, she dragged Wei Shufeng along with her. Now, she dragged Han Yishuan along with her. How is this not causing trouble? A dog can't change its spots, alright? Chapter 419. In the master bedroom next door, Pei Yuqing stood quietly in front of the window, and there was a small night light by the bed. He had been too impatient today. The more he had, the more greedy he had become. How could he have hoped that she would say, "I do," willingly? The next night, Star Entertainment invited Lin Yan and Zhao Hongling to the company, claiming that there were some details that needed to be amended. In Gao Zhiwei's office, the secretary warmly invited Lin Yan and Zhao Hongling to take a seat and serve them some tea. Gao Zhiwei's attitude had taken a 180-degree turn compared to the day he had chased them out of the company. Lin Yan, have a seat. Sister Ling, have a seat too. Have a taste of my superior Longjing before the Ming festival. Gao Zhiwei said with a smile. And Xianxian suppressed her displeasure and chimed in eagerly, everyone has been arguing recently. Actually, Brother Wei hasn't been feeling good either. However, we are a family, so it's normal for us to argue. We have worked together for so many years, so home is still the best. Gao Zhiwei hurriedly chimed in, Qianqian is right. It's tough for the two of you to work alone. Why don't you return to the company? As for the conditions, we can talk about it. Lin Yan and Zhao Hongling exchanged glances. Gao Zhiwei had indeed wanted to drag them back to the company. Lin Yan leaned against the couch and replied leisurely, Oh? What kind of treatment is Director Gao going to give us? Gao Zhiwei thought that it was a game when he heard Lin Yan's words. He grinned and replied, As long as you return to the company and sign a new contract, you can work under me as the director of the talent recruitment department. As for Sister Ling, you can be my assistant and I will double your salary. Lin Yan almost burst out laughing when she heard Gao Zhiwei's tone, as though they had taken advantage of the situation. His terms hadn't changed at all. He still wanted her to work for him and get Sister Ling to help him. The only difference was that she would be paid a few thousand yuan more. He had said that he wanted to talk to them, but he didn't sound sincere at all. Zhao Hongling's face sank when she heard Gao Zhiwei's words. Is this Mr. Du's idea? Gao Zhiwei looked a little unhappy when he heard that. I'm in charge of the talent recruitment department. My orders are Chairman Du's orders. Lin Yan snorted coldly. Du Jipeng was blind as well. Star Entertainment had only been in Gao Zhiwei's hands for a few days, but he had already turned the company into a mess. Complaints and complaints were everywhere, yet he had left everything to Gao Zhiwei. She originally thought that Du Pengsheng would see things clearly this time and personally invite Zhao Hongling back. She didn't expect that he wouldn't even show his face for the sake of his so-called face. He was still acting all high and mighty. However, it was no wonder that he was so unscrupulous. With her current situation, although she was temporarily famous, her previous reputation was deeply rooted. Basically, big companies would not want her, and small companies were also watching. If they wanted to re-sign with a company, they had very little choice. They were certain that she and Zhao Hongling had nowhere to go, which was why they were so generous. Zhao Hongling noticed Gao Zhiwei's attitude and knew that there was no need to talk further. I'm sorry, Director Gao. We can't agree to your terms. Chapter 420. When Gao Zhiwei heard this, a dark look flashed across his eyes. What? Do you think that my offer isn't good enough? Sister Ling, you've been in the industry for so many years, so you should know very well that she's lucky that I'm willing to take her in. Does she really think that she can become an A-list celebrity overnight just because she's a supporting actress? Sister Ling, are you that naive? The netizens' attention is shifting so quickly. Without the company's support, she will fall back to where she came from in a few days. Zhao Hongling didn't want to argue with Gao Zhiwei. Lin Yan has already signed with another company. It's a pity that you're too late, Director Gao. Gao Zhiwei, who had wanted to play the game of carrot and stick, froze when he heard Zhao Hongling. What did you say? She has already signed with another company? Zhao Hongling replied, yes. And Xianxian was stunned as well. That fast? How is that possible? Lin Yan had only terminated her contract with the company a week ago. She had only become famous a few days ago. How could she have signed with another company so quickly? Signing a contract would take at least half a month, even if it went through the normal procedures. Gao Zhiwei didn't believe her. Zhao Hongling, do you think that I'm an amateur? Who are you going to sign with in such a short time? Director Gao, who we sign with has nothing to do with you, right? Lin Yan grinned and stood up. She grabbed Zhao Hongling's arm and said, Director Gao, goodbye. Gao Zhiwei finally tore off his mask. Lin Yan. Don't be so shameless. You'd better think this through. Don't blame me for not reminding you that Star Entertainment isn't a place where you can come and go as you please. Lin Yan didn't even pause as she held Zhao Hongling's arm and left. After leaving Star Entertainment, Zhao Hongling massaged her temples wearily. Lin Yan asked with concern, Sister Ling, are you all right? Zhao Hongling shook her head. I'm just worried. Gao Zhiwei is unscrupulous and unscrupulous. I'm afraid that he might do something to you. Many artists have tried to leave the company in the past, but he has done so. Lin Yan grinned nonchalantly. Sister Ling, have you forgotten who our new owner is? Zhao Hongling froze for a moment before she burst out laughing. Summit Entertainment. I almost forgot. Gao Zhiwei only had a few tricks up his sleeves. He might be able to deal with a small-time artist, but things were different now. They had signed with Summit Entertainment, and Gao Zhiwei's tricks were nothing in front of them. I'll give team leader a call and report the situation here, just in case, Zhao Hongling said. All right, thank you, Sister Ling. Gao Zhiwei's plan was faster than Lin Yan had expected. The next night, a piece of gossip about Lin Yan became a hot topic on the internet. Due to Lin Yan's popularity, it became the #1 trending topic within a day. The trending topic was rather eye-catching. Lin Yan's offer to sleep with him was rejected. The reason was because the director of talent recruitment at Star Entertainment, Gao Zhiwei, had posted on Weibo. Gao Zhiwei typed, Miss Lin Yan, please behave yourself. Our company and I reject any unspoken rules. Although you're very popular now, Star Entertainment doesn't just evaluate artists based on their popularity. We also evaluate them based on their overall qualities. That's all I have to say. Behave yourself. Chapter 421. Shortly after Gao Zhiwei's Weibo post was published, the paparazzi released a photo of Lin Yan in Gao Zhiwei's office late at night. Gao Zhiwei's Weibo post caused a commotion. F***CK. What did I just see? Isn't he Lin Yan's manager? Does he mean that Lin Yan went to his office and asked to be with him? Ha ha ha. He has made himself very clear, right? Not only did she ask to be with him, but she was also rejected. Oh my god. This move was way too flashy, right? I thought that Lin Yan had become a fan of Lin Yan because of Lin Pianro's character. Who would have thought that I would be fed a mouthful of sh**t? That's why I said that Lin Yan can't change her ways. She's really capable of doing something like this. Lin Yan's reputation had been terrible, and Gao Zhiwei had used his official account to spread the news. Hence, the netizens had believed Gao Zhiwei's words. Lin Yan's reputation had only improved for a short while, but now, the scolding resumed. They were even more vicious than before. At the same time, Star Entertainment had gained a good reputation for being fair and just. Meanwhile, in Zhao Hongling's apartment, Lin Yan shook her head helplessly as she read the comments. I'm trending again. Duo was so furious that she almost smashed her phone. F***CK. That Gao Zhiwei was too shameless. Sister Yan refused to go back, so he tried to ruin her. Zhao Hongling's worst fears had come true. She had expected that Gao Zhiwei would make a move, but she had underestimated his shamelessness. The truth was that he had tried to recruit Lin Yan, but she had rejected him. Who would have thought that he would twist the facts and accuse Lin Yan of asking him to be with her just to return to the company? What the hell is Qianqian talking about? How could she help an evildoer? How could they be so shameless? Duo clicked on an interview with Qianqian. In the video, a reporter asked Qianqian what she thought about Lin Yan's request. The reporter replied, Missin, have you heard about what happened between Lin Yan and your manager, Mr. Gao Zhiwei? May I ask if the rumors on the internet are true? Qianqian seemed to be in a difficult position. She said helplessly, Sigh, I can't say much about this kind of thing. Lin Yan had always wanted to return to the company. After all, given her situation, no company would be willing to sign her. Perhaps she had been too anxious. I didn't expect her to use such a method. And Xianxian didn't seem to answer the reporter's question, but she was implying that Lin Yan was guilty. Coupled with Xianxian's explanation, the public was undoubtedly convinced. The netizens started to criticize Lin Yan more and more. Lin Yan's reputation, which she had painstakingly built up, vanished instantly. From Gao Zhuwei's Weibo, to the paparazzi's photos, to Xianxian's interview, it was obvious that Gao Zhuwei had planned everything. Lin Yan was reading her own gossip when her phone rang. Lin Yan glanced at Zhao Hongling. Gao Zhuwei, Zhao Hongling said, take it and see what he has to say. Hence, Lin Yan answered the call. Hello? Chapter 422. Gao Zhuwei's smug voice was heard. How is it, Lin Yan? Have you made up your mind? Do you still want to talk to me? Lin Yan grinned and feigned ignorance. Talk about what? Director Gao, I don't know what you mean. Gao Zhuwei snorted sarcastically. Lass, are you trying to get information out of me so that you can record it? Don't even think about it. You're too young to play with me. Gao Zhuwei paused for a moment before he added, Lin Yan, you have 3 days to think about it. Don't blame me for not giving you a chance. After saying this, Gao Zhuwei hung up the phone directly. Gao Zhuwei's intention was clear. If Lin Yan agreed to return to the company, he would personally clarify the rumors and claim that it was all a misunderstanding. If Lin Yan didn't agree, this stain would follow her for the rest of her life. There was still a chance for her to salvage the situation. However, a female artist would never be able to erase this stain. If Gao Zhuwei didn't step forward to clarify the situation, Lin Yan's life would be ruined. Duo stared at her phone as she turned to the two of them anxiously. Sister Yan, Sister Ling, what should we do now that things have come to this? Why aren't you worried at all? Although she was just an assistant, she had seen and experienced many things. She knew how much these rumors could affect a female artist. Gao Zhuwei's ploy was too sinister. Lin Yan chuckled softly as she glanced at the lass. Because Gao Zhuwei's ploy is too stupid. Duo stammered, huh? Zhao Hongling explained, Gao Zhuwei told everyone that Lin Yan had gone to look for him because she wanted to return to the company. However, the truth is that Lin Yan signed with Summit Entertainment a week ago. Why would an artist who has signed with Summit Entertainment beg Gao Zhuwei to join a small company like Star Entertainment? After hearing Zhao Hongling's words, Toto finally reacted, that's right. Sister Yan is already an artist of Summit Entertainment. How could I have forgotten? Duo was agitated. No wonder Sister Yan said that Gao Zhuwei's ploy was stupid. Indeed, it was stupid. He would never have guessed that Sister Yan had signed with a company. What's more, it was Summit Entertainment. I'm looking forward to Gao Zhuwei's reaction when he finds out the truth. Zhao Hongling was a cautious person, so she didn't celebrate too early. Hence, I have to make a trip to Summit Entertainment to discuss the announcement with the leader. As long as we announce that Lin Yan has signed with Summit Entertainment, Gao Zhuwei's rumors will fall apart. Plenty nodded repeatedly. That's right, that's right. Zhao Hongling instructed Lin Yan and Duo, don't act rashly before I confirm the proposal with Summit Entertainment. After all, she had just joined Summit Entertainment and wasn't familiar with everything there. She had only met Qi Xing once. She wasn't sure how Summit Entertainment felt about Lin Yan. Although Lin Yan had signed with Summit Entertainment was full of experts and famous artists. She wasn't sure if Summit Entertainment would stand up for Lin Yan. After all, based on her experience, companies didn't like artists with troubles. Qi Xing also had a lot of artists under him, so his energy was limited. Chapter 423. Sure, Sister Ling. No problem. If there's nothing else, I'll head back now, said Lin Yan. Zhao Hongling stood up to walk her out. Okay, be careful on your way back. Be careful when you go out. Oh yeah, where are you staying now? Is it safe? Lin Yan coughed softly. It's still the same apartment. The security is good, so it's definitely safe. In this world, there was probably no safer place than her. Zhao Hongling nodded. That's good. You've received a lot of work and the red packet the production crew gave you. You should consider buying a car. That way, you'll be safer. Lin Yan replied, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'll look for a car later. Duodwa's expression was indescribable. Sister Yan would drive herself? Wouldn't that be even more dangerous? She hadn't forgotten how Lin Yan had raced when she had been surrounded by paparazzi. After chatting with Zhao Hongling, Lin Yan returned to Cloud Manor. When she arrived, she saw Pei Yuqing in the kitchen. Lin Yan swallowed her saliva and leaned over. Ahem. Mr. Pei. You. Are you going to cook? Pei Yuqing replied, yeah, I'm back. What do you want to eat? Lin Yan was speechless. Why did he want to cook again? Oh my god. Why did Pei Yuqing like to cook so much? Couldn't a boss like him develop other hobbies? He could play golf, fly a plane, or fly a yacht. How cool would that be? In the end, she realized that Pei Yuqing's life was extremely monotonous. He would stay at home after work. Other than swimming, his only hobbies were cooking and studying all sorts of dark cuisine. Indeed, no one was perfect in this world. Even an immortal boyfriend had a hellish side. What was worse was that Pei Nanxiu never came home during dinner time. Pei Yutang, who often visited her, never appeared during dinner time either. Hence, Lin Yan had no choice but to suffer alone. She had wanted to run away, but she had a mission to complete. She had promised Xing Chen that she would help him plead for Ling Yu. She had no choice but to bite the bullet and come back. She even had to help the evildoer and help Pei Yuqing personally. Soon, a table of sumptuous dinner was prepared. After all the dishes were served, Lin Yan whipped out her phone and found a good angle to snap a photo of the dishes. Pei Yuqing glanced at Lin Yan. Lin Yan hurriedly explained, Mr. Pei, your food looks so good. It's like a work of art. I want to take a photo as a souvenir. As a souvenir, hee hee. She added Pei Nanxiu and Pei Yutang to the WeChat group while Pei Yuqing went to the kitchen to get the soup. This car is not going to kindergarten. Ah. Sister-in-law, why did you pull us into the group? Pei Nanxiu replied, big sister-in-law, what happened? Lin Yan sent a photo of the dishes to the group chat with a smiley emoji. Misty City amid the setting sun, nothing much, I just want you guys to admire your big brother's cooking. Smiling JGP, this is not going to kindergarten, Pei Nanxiu. Chapter 424. Pei Nanxiu and Pei Yutang, who were probably feeling guilty, sent a string of ellipses at the same time. Lin Yan continued to send smiley emojis. Her meaning was obvious. Doesn't your conscience hurt? After waiting for a while, his WeChat beeped again. Pei Yutang sent her a red packet and sent a message. This car isn't going to kindergarten, typed, big sister-in-law, you've worked hard. Pei Nanxiu typed, big sister-in-law, you've worked hard. Pei Nanxiu typed, big sister-in-law, you've worked hard. Lin Yan swiftly accepted the 2 red packets, feeling a little comforted. At least they still had some humanity left. Soon, Pei Yuqing brought the last bowl of soup over. Lin Yan turned on the television. Let's watch TV while we eat. This could at least distract her and make it easier for her to eat. Pei Yuqing replied, okay. Thus, the 2 of them sat together harmoniously, watching TV while eating. Right now, she was in the most luxurious villa in the capital city. She was sitting next to a man who could mesmerize all living beings. She was enjoying her meal while watching TV. It was all worth it. Unfortunately, when Lin Yan took the first bite of the braised pork, everything turned into ashes. She felt as though the Grim Reaper was walking towards her with a scythe. Yesterday, the director of Star Entertainment's talent recruitment department, Gao Zhiwei, posted a post on Weibo. He accused Lin Yan of asking to be a prostitute in order to get into the company. However, she was rejected. The moment this news was published, it caused a sensation online. Lin Yan was in the middle of eating when she heard the news. She was the main character of the news. Air. Cough. Lin Yan coughed violently. Why was she watching TV and seeing gossip about her? Pei Yucheng, who seemed to have noticed the news, turned his attention to the screen. It is reported that Lin Yan has been involved in scandals with several male celebrities. Recently, she won the hearts of many fans because of her movie Meeting One's match. Who would have thought that this would happen in just a few days? Nowadays, it was all web TV that could directly display the bullet screen. At this moment, there were many netizens' comments floating on the big screen. Only a handful of people doubted that Gao Zhiwei had any evidence to back up his words. Furthermore, the paparazzi had merely posted photos of Lin Yan entering Star Entertainment. There was no evidence at all. However, the majority of the people ignored that. Instead, the comments section was flooded with insults. What do you mean empty words? She is the director of an entertainment company. She has already come out to testify. How can she be wrongly accused? The paparazzi's photos have already been released. If she wasn't a ghost, why would she look for Gao Zhiwei in the middle of the night? Moreover, An Xianxian, an artist from the same company as her, had already come forward to testify. There was evidence and witnesses. How could Lin Yan try to clear her name? She hasn't come out to say anything yet. Isn't it because she has a guilty conscience? This woman is so disgusting. I used to like her character Lin Pianruo so much, but now I feel like I've eaten sh*t. She doesn't deserve to be my goddess. This cancer should have been kicked out of the entertainment industry a long time ago. Lin Yan was already used to these comments. However, at this moment, she suddenly shuddered as a chill ran down her spine. Babes, I'm going to publish 8 chapters first. I need to edit the rest, so I'll publish them later. Chapter 425. Instinctively, Lin Yan turned to glance at Pei Yucheng. The man's face was as cold and aloof as ever. He didn't seem to be showing any special emotions, as though the coldness that had flashed by earlier had been an illusion. Pei Yucheng pretended to be nonchalant as he asked, "Do they usually scold you like this?" Lin Yan scratched her head and replied, "Actually, many people just follow the crowd and scold me. You just have to get used to it." Gao Zhiwei. Was he one of the higher-ups in your previous company? Pei Yucheng asked as he studied the name on the screen. Lin Yan was overwhelmed by the fact that this world-class tycoon was asking her about the trivial matters of an insignificant artist under a small branch company. She was overwhelmed by the favor. Lin Yan replied hastily, "Yeah, he replaced Sister Ling. After that, Sister Ling and I left the company. He must have noticed that I was popular recently, so he wanted to pull me back. I'm already working for you, Mr. Pei." Of course, I couldn't agree to it, so I rejected him. He must have done this to force me to submit. Pei Yucheng curled his lips when he heard her say that she was working for him. How do you plan to resolve this? Lin Yan replied, "Actually, it's easy to clarify this matter. Anyway, I signed with Summit Entertainment a long time ago. Think about it, I've already signed with the most impressive management company in the industry. Why would I return to a small company like Star Entertainment? Why would I let a director like him cheat on me? This doesn't make sense at all. Hence, as long as Summit Entertainment announces that I've signed with them, all the rumors will disappear." Pei Yucheng listened patiently to Lin Yan's solution. After some time, he nodded and asked, "Do you need my help?" Lin Yan replied, "Huh? Help me with what?" Pei Yucheng replied, the official announcement. Lin Yan almost choked on her rice ball. Ahem. 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 What a joke. Pei Yucheng had to help her announce it. How was she going to announce it? Was she going to use his Weibo account, which was JM Corporation's CEO Pei Yucheng? The entire entertainment industry would be shaken. Lin Yan waved her hands frantically. No need. Please don't. Why? Pei Yucheng raised his eyebrows. Why, didn't he know that in his heart? Lin Yan looked helpless. This. How should I explain this to you? Why use a butcher's knife to kill a pig? However, she felt that using the term butcher's knife to describe the big boss was too uncool. Hence, Lin Yan racked her brains and said, it's like using the green dragon crescent blade to slice vegetables, using the heavenly sword to peel an apple, or using the imperial jade seal to smash a walnut. No matter what, it's not suitable. How could a character like him be fit to do that? Even if you want to help me, I wouldn't be willing to use it. Pei Yucheng listened to the girl's description and the fact that she couldn't bear to part with him. He lowered his head and chuckled softly. Did you smear honey on your lips? Lin Yan replied earnestly, no, I didn't. I said it from the bottom of my heart. Pei Yucheng tilted his head and smiled as he watched the girl quietly. Then, he leaned forward and inched closer to the girl. Finally, as Lin Yan's eyes widened, he planted a gentle kiss on the corner of her lips. The next second, the man's low and hoarse voice rang in her ears. It's obviously sweet. Mobile users, please browse and read. For a better reading experience, please visit the website. Chapter 426. Lin Yan was speechless. She felt that if they continued to cohabit, she wouldn't be able to withstand the sugar-coated bullets. No. She had to calm down. She had to calm down. Lin Yan hurriedly ate a few mouthfuls of food. In the end, it worked and she calmed down. 3 days later, Meeting One's Match had been nominated for the Best Actor, Best Director, and Best Screenplay awards at the Capital City Film Festival. Lin Yan had been invited because of her role as Lin Pianruo. Usually, the guests would come in pairs. However, given Lin Yan's current situation, no one was willing to enter with her. Pei Nanxiu grinned and said, this film is the result of everyone's hard work. Why don't we enter together? Initially, Pei Nanxiu should have entered with Jiang Sifei, the female lead. However, since Pei Nanxiu had suggested it personally and his suggestion was reasonable, no one had any objections. Feng Anhua, who had to respect Pei Nanxiu's suggestion, chimed in immediately, Mr. Pei is right. Let's enter together. Jiang Yiming nodded in agreement. Sure. Lin Yan knew that Pei Nanxiu was afraid that she would feel awkward. However, it wouldn't be convenient for him to accompany her. Hence, she nodded gratefully at Pei Nanxiu. Jiang Sifei's face darkened. She wanted to say something, but Feng Anhua and Jiang Yiming had already spoken up. Hence, she shut her mouth. At this time, another actress in a yellow gown, who was the supporting actress of the show, muttered unhappily, why did they have to send us into the show with this kind of person? Who knows how many men she has slept with? She might even have gotten this role through sleeping with her. I don't even want to stand next to her. Jiang Sifei replied gracefully, since Mr. Pei has said so, let's enter together. Jiang Sifei had thought things through. Why should she be angry with this woman? She was going to leave the entertainment industry soon anyway. I really don't understand why Mr. Pei always takes care of Lin Yan. That vixen is so shameless. She even tries to seduce men. The actress followed her reluctantly. Next up is the crew of Meeting One's Match. Pei Nanxiu, Lin Yan, and the others strode across the red carpet. The group of them stepped onto the stage and attracted a lot of attention. Most of them were directed at Lin Yan. After all, everyone was always more interested in gossip and gossip, especially this kind of peachy gossip. I can't believe that Lin Yan still has the guts to go out after being scolded so badly online. Isn't she always so thick-skinned? What was there to be afraid of? TSK, TSK, TSK. In order to be taken in, she even slept with her manager. She's really something. Pfft, the funniest thing is that I was rejected. How embarrassing. If it were me, I would have just left the industry. I wouldn't have the face to stay. Oh yes, I heard that the director of Star Entertainment is here today. Do you think there will be a fight later? Soon, everyone entered the venue. Meeting One's match turned the tables and became the biggest winner. It won all the awards it was nominated for. The winner of the Best Actor award is. The MC looked at the big screen and said, Meeting One's match's Chen Jing. Congratulations. Chapter 427. At the same time, some classic scenes from the movie appeared on the screen. There was one scene that took up most of the time. It was the scene between Pei Nanxiu and Lin Yan. Although everyone was disdainful of Lin Yan, they couldn't deny that Lin Yan's performance in the movie had been outstanding. It was no wonder that she had become so popular. Regardless of whether it was her scenes with Wei Shufeng or Pei Nanxiu, she had never been flirtatious. If Lin Yan had had more scenes instead of being the supporting actress, she would have won many awards. Lin Yan, who was the main character, felt conflicted as she watched this scene. That was because this scene was actually done when she was acting up and was unconsciously done. After the movie had been released, many bloggers had edited the clips and paired Lin Pianruo up with Wei Shufeng. There were also many who supported her and Pei Nanxiu. Some cults had even edited out her scenes with Wei Shufeng and Pei Nanxiu. They had made it seem like she was the one who had suffered the consequences of her actions. To be honest, Lin Yan found it rather thrilling. She had been so good when she had acted with Pei Nanxiu. She had almost fallen in love with herself. Soon, the awards ceremony ended, and there was an interview session. Lin Yan had just stepped out of the hall and was about to walk to a corner when someone suddenly walked up to her. Lin Yan raised an eyebrow when she saw Gao Zhuwei walking toward her. She glanced at him discreetly. Gao Zhuwei looked as though he had everything under his control as he surveyed Lin Yan. Lin Yan, what do you think? 3 days have passed. Have you made up your mind? Looking at Gao Zhuwei's expression, he probably knew that she would definitely compromise. After all, unless Gao Zhuwei clarified himself, she wouldn't be able to clear her name. Lin Yan grinned. Director Gao, I think I've already told you that day at the office. I've already signed with another company. Gao Zhuwei hadn't expected Lin Yan to be so stubborn. His face darkened instantly. Lin Yan, I have already asked around. No company has signed you. I think you won't give up until you see your coffin. He had already inquired about it. Lin Yan pondered for a moment and deduced that Gao Zhuwei must have been trying to find out about 3rd or 4th tier companies. In that case, he wouldn't be able to find out anything and would assume that she hadn't signed a contract yet. Lin Yan didn't explain. Instead, she grinned and said, I really want to meet him. I just don't know, who will cry? You. Gao Zhuwei's face darkened. Fine. Lin Yan. You are very good. You forced me to do this. Don't regret it. Gao Zhuwei snorted and turned to leave. Lin Yan patted the non-existent dust off her clothes nonchalantly as she sauntered out of the room. Sister Ling had already reached an agreement with Summit Entertainment. Although Qi Sheng was unhappy with the mess she had caused, he had agreed to release a statement to prove that Lin Yan was now an artist of Summit Entertainment. Although Qi Sheng didn't make a personal appearance, it was enough for the PR department to make a statement. After the awards ceremony, the artists relaxed and chatted with each other backstage while waiting for the interview. Mini Theater Lin Yan stared at herself and Pei Nanxiu in the trailer. Oh my god. I'm so good at acting. I'm about to fall in love with myself. Actually, you love me. Mobile users, please browse and read. For a better reading experience, please visit IAI. Chapter 428. I heard many praises about Lin Yan's acting in Meeting One's Match, but I didn't think much of it. Who would have thought that she would be so amazing after watching the trailer today? No wonder she has been so popular recently. A male actor exclaimed. The female actress in the yellow dress remarked scornfully, "It's a pity that no matter how much she has improved and acted, her character is terrible. She seduced a married man in public. She is a disgrace to the entertainment industry. I'm embarrassed to admit that I've worked with her before." The female actress in the yellow dress was the supporting actress of Meeting One's Match. Her situation was similar to Jiang Sifei's, as Lin Yan had stolen all the limelight. Naturally, she was unhappy with Lin Yan. When she found out about Lin Yan's scandal, she was the first to gloat over her misfortune. She even reposted Gao Zhuwei's Weibo post and lamented the degeneracy of the world. She even made up a story about Lin Yan's flirting. Lin Yan was standing nearby, but the female actress didn't lower her voice at all. She seemed to be purposely letting Lin Yan hear her. Lin Yan ignored her and stood there quietly. I heard that she likes to gain popularity and create scandals. But why would she seduce a married man? Someone asked curiously. Haven't you heard about the latest gossip? What gossip? I've been filming in seclusion, so I haven't been paying attention to the news. Hey, let me tell you. She, the female actress, started gossiping to the people around her. She tugged at Jiang Sifei and said, Lin Yan has always been promiscuous when she was filming. She seduced men and attracted butterflies. Even Mr. Pei treats her differently. How shameless. If you don't believe me, you can ask Best Actress Jiang. Jiang Sifei replied awkwardly, this. I can't say for sure. However, your attitude toward Lin Yan is indeed different from how he treats other people. Even Jiang Sifei and the female actress in the yellow dress, who had been filming with Lin Yan, had confirmed their suspicions. All of them cast disgusted glances at Lin Yan. No matter how good her acting was, she would still be despicable if she had no morals. Besides, she had seduced a married man. At this moment, the reporters arrived one after another. Lin Yan and Gao Zhuwei's relationship had been a hot topic recently, so the reporters swarmed towards Lin Yan. Lin Yan was surrounded by reporters in no time. Jiang Sifei and the others watched coldly from the sidelines as they watched the drama unfold. Miss Lin Yan, what do you think about Mr. Gao Zhuwei, the director of the talent recruitment department, criticizing you? A few days ago, you went to the company to look for Mr. Gao Zhuwei in the middle of the night. Was it just as he said? You deliberately seduced him with your body in order to get the contract? May I ask if you know that Mr. Gao Zhuwei is married? Don't you think you're being immoral? Lin Yan's expression didn't change in the face of the reporter's questions. Sorry, I don't think I have a reason to do that. The reporters got even more excited when they heard Lin Yan's reply. There are witnesses and material evidence. Do you still want to deny it? Then can you please explain what the paparazzi's photos are about? Also, Ms. Nshanxian from the same company has testified against you. Did everyone wrongly accuse you? Mobile users, please browse and read. For a better reading experience, please visit IAI. Chapter 429. Lin Yan chuckled mockingly as she listened to them. Witness and material evidence? There was a photo of Nshanxian walking out of the company building with her agent, Zhao Hongling. Nshanxian was originally Gao Zhuwei's artist, so she would naturally speak up for Gao Zhuwei. How could such a ridiculous piece of evidence be used as solid evidence? Because of the impression that she had left on the public, they were certain that she had done something like that. Gao Zhuwei was certain of this, which was why he had dared to slander her without any evidence. Suddenly, a reporter spotted Gao Zhuwei and Nshanxian walking out from the back. The reporters instantly swarmed towards Gao Zhuwei and Nshanxian. A reporter asked, Director Gao, Lin Yan denied your accusation on Weibo. What do you think? Gao Zhuwei glared at Lin Yan viciously and muttered, how could I accuse her of something like this? I didn't go into detail because she used to be an artist under my company. I have already given her enough face. Since she doesn't know how to repent, don't blame me. Since this B*TCH refused a toast only to be forced to drink a forfeit, she couldn't blame him for being rude. Since he couldn't have her, he would just destroy her. Details? What happened that night in detail? Hearing Gao Zhuwei's words, the reporters and the surrounding artists were even more excited. Gao Zhuwei pretended to be indignant. That night, she ran into my office in a revealing outfit and stripped naked in front of me. She begged me to take her in. She even said that even if I had a wife, she wouldn't mind. As long as I was willing to take her in, she was willing to do anything. Gao Zhuwei glanced at Lin Yan with a pitiful expression. Miss Lin Yan, have you forgotten all about this? The reporters and celebrities were in an uproar when they heard Gao Zhuwei. Oh my God. This was a shocking scandal. Lin Yan was too shameless. How could she do such a thing? Lin Yan stared at Gao Zhuwei speechlessly. It was a waste of his talent to be a manager. He should have been a scriptwriter or an actor. This ability to make up stories and be a drama queen was simply amazing. Lin Yan glanced at Gao Zhuwei unhurriedly. Director Gao, are you sure that I said those words and did those things? Gao Zhuwei said fearlessly, of course, I'm responsible for every word I say. Plus, Xianxian was right beside me at that time. She saw your slutty behavior with her own eyes. It happened 4 days ago. In order to prove his words, Gao Zhuwei did not hesitate to throw Xianxian into the water. Lin Yan glanced at Xianxian. Missin? You were there too. Xianxian naturally had to support Gao Zhuwei now. She was certain that Lin Yan wouldn't be able to do anything to them. Hence, she said righteously, that's right. I was there. I didn't tell the public because we were colleagues. Who knew that you would deny it? Lin Yan, you're too much. Lin Yan nodded in satisfaction when she heard Xianxian. She had no intention of dragging Xianxian into this. Who knew that her manager would drag her into this? Hence, Lin Yan confirmed with both of them. All right then, let me ask you one last question. Why did I do that? Chapter 430. Gao Zhuwei sneered coldly. Lin Yan, you're asking the obvious. I chased you out of the company because of your bad behavior. Now, of course you want to return to Star Entertainment. Is there a problem? At this point, the reporters and artists present completely believed Gao Zhuwei's words. Gao Zhuwei wanted to seize this opportunity to make a name for himself. Hence, he turned to the crowd and said, this concerns my reputation. How could I blabber about it? I knew that there was something wrong with her character. That's why I didn't agree to sign her even though she is popular now. Who knew that she would resort to such underhanded methods? I'm a man with a strong family background. How could I do such a thing? That's right. Lin Yan is really shameless. Does she think that everyone is as immoral as she is? The crowd chimed in when they heard Gao Zhuwei's words. They were filled with indignation and admiration for Gao Zhuwei's character. Xianxian's film had been nominated as well. However, she was only there to accompany Gao Zhuwei. However, Gao Zhuwei had made use of his recent hype to gain a good reputation. Many people tried to strike up a conversation with him and expressed their support for him. Gao Zhuwei seized the opportunity to build connections. B*TCH. Get out of the entertainment industry. Someone in the crowd berated her. Yeah. Get out of the entertainment industry. She shouldn't be allowed to spoil the culture of the entertainment industry. How could there be such a shameless person? Some of her crew members even said that she had seduced Mr. Pei. Yeah. I just heard that Mr. Pei treats her very differently. I wonder what tricks she has resorted to this time. Gao Zhiwei assumed that Lin Yan was at her wit's end when she remained silent. He stepped forward and sighed pretentiously. Actually, I'm a sentimental person. Lin Yan must have gone astray. Please don't blame her. On account of our past relationship, as long as she works hard in the future, I can sign her. Gao Zhiwei was still trying to squeeze every last bit of value out of Lin Yan. He had gotten rid of both the good and the bad guys. Just as everyone was cursing at Lin Yan, Gao Zhiwei seized the opportunity to pretend to be a good person. Suddenly, a voice rang out from the entrance. Yo! It's so lively today. Everyone subconsciously looked in the direction of the sound. It was Summit Entertainment's CEO, Chu Jiayao. Chu Jiayao was being escorted by a few bodyguards. Pei Nanshu, the best actor of the year, was walking beside him. No one had expected that the boss of Summit Entertainment would attend the film festival, and they were all excited. Chu Jiayao was a big shot in the entertainment industry. He was the boss of Summit Entertainment. Not only did he have a good eye for talent, but he also had outstanding looks. Even when he stood next to Pei Nanshu, his aura didn't pale in comparison. Some reporters wanted to seize this opportunity to stop him and interview him. To their surprise, Chu Jiayao walked in their direction. Chu Jiayao was like a smiling tiger. His eyes lingered on Gao Zhiwei's face as he grinned. I heard that someone is trying to poach Summit Entertainment's talent. Chapter 431. Everyone, including Gao Zhiwei, was stunned when they heard Chu Jiayao's words. For a moment, no one understood what Chu Jiayao meant. Someone was trying to poach Summit Entertainment's talent? Who would be so bold as to poach Chu Jiayao's talent? Who was the talent that Chu Jiayao was referring to? After a moment of silence, a reporter couldn't help but ask cautiously, President Chu, what do you mean by that? Who poached your talent? Chu Jiayao smiled and said, Mr. Gao Zhiwei, didn't he say it himself just now? What? Gao Zhiwei? What had Gao Zhiwei said? He had said. Gao Zhiwei looked perplexed as well. The reporters tried to recall what Gao Zhiwei had said. As long as Lin Yan behaved herself, he could sign her up. Damn it. What was Chu Jiayao trying to say? Could the talent that he was referring to be? That was impossible. He had to be crazy. How could that be possible? A second later, Chu Jiayao, who was still in disbelief, said, I'm really sorry. Miss Lin Yan signed with Summit Entertainment more than a week ago. She is now an artist of Summit Entertainment. Chu Jiayao paused for a moment before he added, Director Gao, I'm afraid it's inappropriate for you to poach my talent in front of everyone. Chu Jiayao's words once again caused a huge uproar. Almost everyone was stunned. Gao Zhiwei was dumbfounded. What? What had Chu Jiayao just said? Was there something wrong with his hearing? F***CK. What did I hear? Chu Jiayao. Chu Jiayao just said that Lin Yan is an artist of Summit Entertainment. You didn't hear wrongly. President Chu said that Lin Yan signed with Summit Entertainment more than a week ago. That can't be true. How is that possible? That's Summit Entertainment. The most impressive management company in the entertainment industry is backed by a multinational conglomerate, JM Corporation. They have strict requirements for their artists. How could Summit Entertainment sign Lin Yan? But Chu Jiayao, the CEO of Summit Entertainment, said it himself. How could it be false? Hearing this, everyone fell into a strange silence. That's right. The boss of Summit Entertainment had said it himself. How could it be false? Pei Nanshu scanned the crowd and said, Lin Yan has indeed signed with Summit Entertainment a week ago. Her manager, Zhao Hongling, has also signed with them. The company is preparing to announce it publicly. Even award-winning actor Pei Qian had personally confirmed it. This was a done deal. It couldn't be any more certain. Actually, Lin Yan wasn't the only one who was shocked. She glanced suspiciously at Pei Nanxiu and the president of Summit Entertainment, Chu Jiao. What was going on? Didn't they say that the PR department would make an official announcement on Weibo? Why did Chu Jiao, the boss, and Pei Nanxiu, the best actor, personally come out to announce it? Wasn't this official announcement a little too high? Lin Yan could only rejoice that it wasn't Pei Yucheng, otherwise, there would be no way to clean up this mess. Mr. Pei, are you telling the truth? Has Lin Yan really signed with Summit Entertainment? The reporters scrambled to ask questions. Pei Nanxiu replied, of course it's true. The Public Relations Department will make an official announcement soon. You're tuning into the Biyao's Wuxia Chronicles YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.